And good evening, everybody. Damiano here, and welcome to the Porsche podcast tonight. Nah, just joking. All right, here we go. We have the Octane Online Racing Thermaltake Sprint Series, Season 24, Split Yellow, Round 2 at Alton Park. In the booth with me, I have Breno Ellis. Welcome, Breno.
Thanks, Damiano. How are we tonight?
Oh, pretty good. Did my first laps here after about a month of no ACC. Yeah, I need more practice. This is a hard circuit.
Oh, it's certainly hard. It's hard on the suspension as well. The bumps here are ridiculous, to say the least.
Oh, we just see this red car just bounce around the last corner there in the traction zone. Lexus? Yes, Lexus. It's got that Terminator face on the front of it.
Yeah, is this a super cheap auto livery? I think it might be. I rate that. The yellow and the red looks really nice.
It's looking very fast. First car on the track, leading the field out. We're in qualifying now. We have a 12-minute qualifying. We're down to 10 minutes. Weather is variable, but at the moment for quali, it's all sunny in an optimum circuit.
Yeah, pretty unlike Britain.
Yes.
To be honest. Yeah.
The alternate universe Britain, where it's on the equator.
Yeah.
See cars backing up for running the first laps. We have car 86 having a bit of a tea break at the exit of the second chicane.
Yeah, giving himself all the gap.
Oh, yes, that's enough gap. Not fast enough. Those leaders are going to catch up, and there's going to be some blue flag issues. Speaking of which, for OOR, our qualifying, you're not allowed to overtake anybody, even if you're not on a much better lap than what they are. So if you get blue flagged in qualifying, you do not need to let anyone pass, unless, of course, you have invalidated your lap. So if you're on a good lap, you do not need to let anyone through.
Just see Rondinella rounding the final corner here. A bit of a twitch on the exit. Very, very difficult to get the traction down there. And I imagine it's pretty difficult on the McLaren as well. He comes across the line. So 33.8, 2/1000ths off Darrell Lim's time there.
Well, that's
which
pretty
puts
close,
him in provisional pole position. Michaela comes through for 33.9, which is also pretty close, I think. Less than a tenth off.
That's right.
Some very tight times up the top here. We'll see as some more pros come along. Thistlethwaite jumps to the top. Very strong here is Cameron here at Oulton Park. I think he won a couple seasons ago in the Bentley. So we'll see what he can do. Vediger then pips them all with a 32.9.
Wow.
8/10 or so, yeah.
And he pulls off straight away.
Yep.
I wonder if he went out on wets and changed his mind and is going to take some slicks now.
We've seen a 29 then, I reckon. So we jump aboard here with Ben Ventina. Puts in a banker, 33.8-ish, I reckon, if my maths is correct. About 8.5 seconds off provisional pole position at the moment. Very curious what Stevie Ty can do in that Audi, who actually hasn't put in a lap just yet, so maybe invalidated, pushed a little bit too hard, through maybe turn 1. No Druids up in sector 3 can be very, very harsh on the track limits as well. A fraction too wide, it just pulls you off and invalidates your lap time, unfortunately.
Oh, it's so easy to do. I've seen some cars even crossing the lines, still into the blues. Looking now at Cameron Thistlethwaite in his Lexus cars, screaming around. Can't tell if he's up or not, but he's looking very confident here. Just be the fast lap, I think, or do you think the next lap 4, will be the fast lap?
Well, I mean, looking at that delta that we've just jumped on board with, there, almost 5/10ths up, loses a little bit through Druids there, coming into the final corner. This is where you can make or break your lap time. Gains a little bit on the entry. Can he hold it on the exit? He's losing a touch. It's going to be about even, fractionally up across the lines. Going to be enough to put him on the front row provisionally here. Still 3/10ths off Vediger. That's a blistering lap time from him for the first banker.
He's got some time to find as we're looking at Rodinilla, or affectionately known as Loopty. Do I have the 2 names correct?
I believe so.
Woohoo! All right, I remembered something. I'm very proud of myself. I should tell my mum. Give her a call. 4/10ths up, still needing to find 2/10ths, and there they are. They are found in the first chicane and lost a little bit on the exit of that chicane. That's such a... I hate that chicane. I hate all the chicanes, really. Dropping a little bit more time, heading down to the second chicane as we have a car teleport at the hairpin. Loopty's going through the second chicane, cuts it neatly through the blind right-hander. Was that Druids? Next one's Druids.
I think the double right-hander at the top of the hill here is Druids, if I'm not mistaken. Yes.
Dropping a tiny bit of time.
Knickerbrook, I think, is the left. Actually, I've got the wrong track map up. That's embarrassing.
Oh, no one knows. Heading through Druids now. Still 3/10ths up, needing to find an extra 2/10ths through the last corner. Finds a 0.5 through the apex, dropped a little bit of time in the exit. It's going to be pretty close to a P2 in quali. As you see, Thistlethwaite and Ropi in the pits looking for new tyres for 5 minutes ago. And a big lap from McKellar here, coming across the line, and P2.
Wow.
It's very tight at the top there.
I was going to say, stellar lap from the Pro-Am driver here in the 111 Lexus. Puts it on the front row, if you don't mind. Tempting a bit off pole.
And as we see Vediger going through, it's this Kunos interesting timing feature. It's I would say it's a valid lap, but because of the pit entry, pit exit issues, it's coming up as red, but 1/10 up. It's trying to stretch out. Yeah. He attacked that first part of chicane. I thought he lost time, but he actually gained. As we're watching with Stephen Ty, 6/10ths off pole at the moment and 0.45 up on his time.
Yeah, let's see what he's got. I think if my eyes were correct, I saw a 32.0 from Mr. Ty in the practice session just before we went live. So we'll see if he can replicate that lap here in qualifying. He's going to be on for a 32 here, high 32. Loses a little bit through that final corner. This is going to be very, very close to pole position. There's going to be thousandths in it. There we go, 12,000 off pole, unfortunately.
Oh, that's a time.
Wow. 32.5.
Pop the Ford, please. I'd like a recount.
Yeah.
And Vincent in the all familiar Aston Martin, 3/10 up on his time. He's looking for a 1 second behind pole. I'm taking a throw him way up the order. I'm guessing P5 if we can stay with him. It's a pretty hot lap coming through the second last corner. Took a bit of time there. Gained it back though, so the later apex seems to have worked out there. Coming to the last corner, slightly slower car in front, but I think he's got enough space there. Excellent exit. Gained a bit of time again. Crossing the line. This is going to be P5? P6. Oh, very tight. Very tight in the low numbers. And we're back with Stephen Ty, needing to find 3/10. I know, right? That Audi. There's a bit of bumping there from the circuit and catches the slide through the second chicane. 3.5 minutes to go in quali. Still no rain, looking good. Pole times currently by Vetigar at 32.5. Got a yellow flag at the end of the last corner. Hopefully it doesn't impact Stephen Ty in his hot lap. The car's on the inside of the corner for him and he's driving past. It's a clear lap, maybe a 10th. A slight improvement? Yes. Looks like are you still with us, Bruno? Breno. I'm one of those people. I'm so sorry, mate.
That's all right. I think everybody's done it at some stage. So don't blame anybody at this point. I think it's become part of my identity at this stage. So no, absolutely no worries there. But yes, I am still with the stream. We've got a couple more cars coming through. We've got Ralphie here, about 2/10 up as he comes into the final corner. He might get impeded a little bit here from the orange McLaren just in front. Yeah, he's going to lose bucket loads of time there, unfortunately. It's barely going to be an improvement over his last time, if one at all, no. Goes a couple hundredths down as we see Miller improves to the second row of the grid there. 6/10 off pole. It's a very solid lap time.
Indeed. And so Rupi did snaffle that P8 from the car in front. So the car in front was J-Rad, who was P7, I believe, and Rupi was P8, and now they swap positions. And we have Harry Murphy from the Porsche guys team doing very well in the Pro-Am class, needing to find a little bit more time to catch up to some of the other Pro-Ams. Half a second up. Oh, correction, 3/4 of a second up. You go, son. Get in there, Harry. Crossing the line now. And we have ourselves a P12. That's an excellently well driven. Still got one more lap to do.
Yeah, might even get a second one there if he's got the fuel and the time. I didn't catch it as he went across the line the exact time, but I think we've been pretty close if you're going to T1 with about 1:30 to go. So back on board here with Cam Thistlewaite. Was just over 2/10 up, has dropped a little bit now as we come up to Druids. Very tricky corner this one, especially when those braking boards inevitably get demolished at some stage during the race. A little bit of time gained there on exit, a couple of hundredths. He's back up to 2/10 now. Goes deep into the final corner, gains a lot on the entry, loses a touch on the exit. Still going to be a decent improvement. He'll jump him up, maybe even pip McKellick here for P3. He does too.
Whoa, that's tight at the top. Wow. And yeah, he would still have another lap to do as well. Went a bit wide in turn one. We'll have to double check to see if there was invalidated. As we see a car, I think that's Cam teleporting back to the pits now. As we're on board with Stephen Ty, needing to find, let's call it 3/10.
Yeah, we'll see what he can do here. The final sector, a lot of time to be had through that Druid section, but it looked like he nailed it on his previous lap, the 32.8 that he put in earlier in qualifying, so I'm not sure there's really much time to be gained just here. I'm happy to be proven wrong. Love to see an Audi on pole and split yellow.
Maybe a slipstream effect, possibly.
Yeah, a little bit here. Just teetering on the edge. About 1/10 up, but he's going to lose it all towards the line, unfortunately, and it's going to be no really improvement. No, 3,000th down.
Oh, wow.
So Vetigar, unless somebody can pip him here in the last, dying seconds really of qualifying, as Vintina pulls off as well. Not happy with his qualifying. Yeah, not happy with his qualifying performance, evidently.
Oh, here we go. Jack Miller. He was only 1/10 off his best time. He's dropped a lot of time through that second chicane.
Yeah,
I think he's going to get it all back in 2 corners.
So easy to go a little bit wide through. I think it's Knickerbrook is the corner name. and just get on that exit curve, which then just pulls the car and you just grind it like a skateboard. It just pulls you off the road. See the Mercury of Ben Piper do exactly that, but gets away with it.
I'll drop it a bit of time. It's about 2/10 drop now. A little bit slidey, maybe some overheated rears, or the final qualifying rubber is worn away. I think he's the last front runners. We got one more car behind him, and let's see if we can find some time.
Yeah.
A lot of distractions of cars pulling off and aborting the laps. He's coming through. No, he's half a second down. He's going to do it.
Practice the pit entry, which shouldn't be needed tonight, we'll say. Format tonight, 60-minute no-stop race. No mandatory pit stop in this one, so it's going to be 60 minutes of absolutely hammering those tyres.
I saw rain on the radar.
Oh, look out. Maybe we will be having a pit stop then. We'll see how that develops over the course of the race, but that's going to be interesting. I can't just make out the weather widget, unfortunately. Is that light rain and 30? Or...
Yeah, that's what I got. Oh, between 10 minutes and 30 minutes, it's going to be light rain. And after that, it's anybody's guess. There we go. So
we go between 10 and 30. Yeah. There we go.
So here we go.
That spices it up.
I know. New season, new liveries. What's good tonight? The Lexus car. That was near the front of the grid. Yep, P3 for the Lexus car. That was a nice looking car. I actually forgotten already who was on pole.
I believe it was Mr. Vediger. Josh Vediger.
Those two Lexi or Lexuses? Which one?
Lexopodes.
Lexopodes. I'll take that. That's awesome. I will do a little shout out to J-Rad. He's in the orange McLaren here. Excellent qualifying there. Job well done. He's been in Pro-Am and put in a good spot on the grid. Working very hard. And I think to the right, that's Harry Murphy beside him. Excellent qualifying by Harry Murphy with Wonder Porsche. That's a good looking grid. Well done, Harry. Another Porsche up front. The car 6. That was
Brian Kong, I think. Yeah.
I think that's the first time I've seen him in the Porsche. So good luck to him.
Yeah, he's been jumping around the cars I've seen each season. I think the Ferrari maybe last season, or the GTR I've seen him in as well. So definitely giving everything a go, which is
that Repsol Nissan. That's a good looking car.
Yeah, that's Billets, I think 251 potentially. You got Dario in the 86. Sakanias there in the teal GTR.
Little pause here.
Is this another Porsche guy's car? I see there, 992. No, that's Wesley. Yeah, Wesley's a little bit further down the field than I would.
Porsche with the boot laces.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't quick enough to get the driver schedule, so I'm a bit rusty with the names. But this car I know, Mike Crick.
Yes,
doing well.
Absolute classic.
Mike. Have a good race, Mike. I should diss you, so you actually have a good one. You're rubbish, Mike, way at the back. You're the worst driver I've ever seen in my life. There you go. That's a P10 for Mike right there.
Yeah.
Was it the reverse commentator curse? That's what I'm trying for.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, that's an absolute gorgeous livery. I like the Pixel Racers. The classic blue and black is nice, or blue and purple, should I say? But that maroon and black is absolute chef's kiss. I cannot lie.
Yep. Actually, a real lot of good liveries tonight. So hopefully they'll be in some good battles and we get to see more of them. As the drivers head off on the formation lap, one formation lap in this series, and 2x2 somewhere near the end of the circuit, and then they're away. So still keeping an eye on the weather. So it was half an hour, about 3 or 4 minutes ago. So after 8 minutes, from since we first saw it, that'll be the latest it'll start raining. So that's about 22 minutes into the race at the latest, is my guess. That we'll have the latest rain. Right, here we go. Strategy, dry track at the moment.
Yeah, definitely starting on the dries. We might even be continuing on the dries, to be honest. That rain, we'll see how it progresses, but it might even disappear. It might click over to the 10-minute slot, and we'll get clear after that. So then the drivers do have a decision to make. Do they stay out on those dries, or do they come in? The pit lane here at OULTON, if I'm not mistaken, is actually the shortest in the game. It's only 13 seconds transit time.
Yeah.
So
good place to get a drive through. If you're going to have one, if you're going to have one during the season, I think there's a bit of circuit to go to. But
without a doubt.
Didn't they have something like 16 grid boxes in the pit lane? I read that somewhere this week.
I think that's in AC Evo. I'm not sure what it's capped at in ACC. I think it's a little bit more, evidently, by the fact that we've got 23 plus drivers on the grid, which is a pretty good showing.
It is.
See,
lap traffic might be interesting, especially if the pit stops. I'm torn. It's like I haven't done any wet running on slicks. I've done a tiny bit of wet running earlier this afternoon. It's like, yeah, it was a mess. Because sometimes when you go on the slicks on the wets, yeah, you can do it. But sometimes you're on wets on a damp circuit, they just cook. So it all depends on the circuit. Right, car's up at the second last corner, going side by side, looking at the Coke Zero Vetica car. Alrighty, let's have a good race, guys. I'm predicting mayhem turn 3, the big left after the first turn. I think that's where a lot of issues are going to happen, because there's that weird bump in the road. People are going to miss their braking point. That's my prediction.
Yeah, so we round the final corner here. We'll see how the Audi gets off the line. I know it's pretty good. But Stevie Ty, got Vetica is taking us away. As we come across the timing line in just a moment, we're going to be pounding down to T1. God, you can go around the outside here, especially if you get the better jump off the line. So we'll see what happens, especially with these two front runners. And we're away. That is the green flag. McKellar comes across. It's actually going to try and go around the outside from P3 of Vetica. Gets pushed a little bit wide as we see the super cheap Lexus going as well. There is a McLaren being spun off to the left-hand side there. Looks like Vetica has actually lost the lead. As I anticipated, Stevie Ty has got the jump off the line and he's gone around the outside of turn 1. He's held it through turn 2. As we see another Porsche there off on the grass, unfortunately, taking out one of the advertising signs there. Oh my goodness, Cam Thistlewhite, massive slide through. I think it's...
Is it going to make it?
Is he going to make it through? Check the rejoin. Cam's a very experienced operator, so I imagine his rejoin will be very, very safe. And he's done well there. This is an awesome shot, though. Thank you, Ben, for that one, of the hairpin there. But that is a big moment. He has done very well to not hit the wall there, as far as I could see.
Oh, yeah.
So, see what happens when the timing line updates, as ACC does take its time.
Yeah, so still going through the first, cars getting past the first lap. Oh, car 65 off at the last chicane there. Yeah, Vetica had a really awful start there. Ty had a ripper start, got through, and gave Cam Thistlewhite a look on the outside of turn 1. It's pretty hot at the front. And I saw two cars go off between 1 and 2. Turn 2 seemed to be pretty safe, and I think it was Harry Murphy having the biggest moment at turn 2. We have a couple of cars in the background having a look there. Following Rodinilla, currently in P7, and Blake Griffiths in P10 in the 64 Porsche in the Osprey Simsport team.
Yeah, doing well. Currently P3 in class, hounding on the back of, I believe is it Ryan King? In the BMW just ahead.
Yeah, keeping up. 20 minutes away.
Also, McKellar dropped a couple spots there, so Vintin up to 3rd, Raupi up to 4th. So McKellar, who was, he went wide at T1 there, trying to go around the outside of Vetica, so maybe he just had to pull off, the other two managed to just slip past. But,
yeah, I got at the hairpin and actually staying on the inside, not rejoining straight away. Anyone who has an incident like that, or you inexperienced people, myself included, yeah, follow the circuit around and rejoin on the straightaway bit.
Yeah,
see one car in pits already, car 110. Familiar with that number? I should get up the timing sheet. Replay.
Yeah, we jump into an Ibra. I think 110 is... Oh, so he gets bumped wide a little bit there by Raupi. Ventina managed to go around the outside. There's a McLaren, yeah, touching the wall, unfortunately. Feel as if there might have been a little bit of contact there. Bit of an invoice coming somebody's way. I believe 110 is Ibrahim Bank, who was leading Pro-Am. He qualified 17th, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm not sure what's happened there. Hopefully no more hardware issues. I know him and his dad have been struggling a lot with that. Recently, I thought they had it all fixed, but yeah, it seems like possibly a hardware failure or something that's happened there. He's jumped back to the pits, or maybe put on the wrong tyres or wrong setup. As we jump back to a replay here, this is A19. Oh, this is Daryl. Oh, Okay, so Daryl's just gone a little bit wide, got a bit crossed up on the dirt there, and as he's trying to counter steer that slide, he's bumped into a Mustang, I think. Sorry, I didn't quite catch the car that bumped, and it's ricocheted him off back into the wall. So, and suboptimal start, unfortunately, there for Mr. Lim. But we'll see how he can recover. He's got some pretty good pace, I reckon.
Oh, Cam's in the pits. Cam Thiswaite's in the pits.
Oh.
Yeah, just sort of come up then as we are changing scenes. Oh, this Cam? Oh, that's Cam. Whoa, there he goes. Exit stage right.
Yeah. Yeah, I reckon that's definitely some quality to race setup shenanigans going on there. Definitely an incredibly fast corner in quali trim. Maybe a little bit less so in certain cars, especially the Lexus, which I know does understeer a little bit more than some of the other cars. You see Ventina right in the back here of Vedviga. Actually has the purple lap, which I saw he put in just before, a couple tenths faster than both the guys ahead of him. So we'll see. The Aston is very quick here. I think it is actually the fastest car with the Kunos Bob is the fastest car here. So I did want to mention earlier in qualifying, I'll be curious to see because the Aston is also very good on the tyres. So that extra weight, I think it gets 20-ish kilos or something of ballast to bring it in balance with the other cars. So its tyre delta compared to its weight, the extra weight, which will be wearing those tyres a little bit more, no doubt, will be interesting to see as the race unfolds.
The car does look. I was watching him in qualifying. He looked very comfortable with his pace. Like, I didn't really throw the car around left or right. It was really smooth over the bumps. So there's an opportunity for a pit stop or not, depending on how exactly the weather pans out. But yeah, definitely the faster car of the trio here. And speaking of trio, it's P123 as we have on camera now. So it's the Stephen Ty train at the moment.
Yeah, we'll see if he can pull away. Feel like especially Ventina and probably Stevie Ty could probably get away with just taking it easy. Ventina's really good at that. Oh, there we go. Oh, it was Harry Murphy, I think, in the... oh, no, sorry, Brian Kong. Brian Kong. In the Porsche is who he's tagged. Oh, as I say that, I've... instant commentator's curse. That's incredible. Straight back into the booth, straight back into cursing. Far out.
Nice.
But yeah, Ventina is one of those drivers that's incredibly smooth, just puts in lap after lap after lap like a metronome, and he just picks up spots from just not making mistakes, not getting into stupid battles or making silly moves. He's just, you know, always there, always ready to pick up the pieces.
And there he is again.
Yeah.
So definitely the two cars in front are holding him back. Ventina Vedega. Oh, there was a bit of a chat happening earlier on in the commentators forum. We were talking about Vedega and Vedega and how quickly they get confused, and I got sucked into it. So, so Joshua Vedega doing very well. He's currently having the purple lap and all over the back of Stephen Ty.
Yeah, we'll see how this battle develops. I know both of those cars not awfully good on the tyres, especially for a longer race. Or an entire stint race, as this one potentially could be. Yeah, this is what I was talking about earlier. If you get those left tyres just over that curb, you start grinding the curb on the chassis like like a skateboard. It just pulls you wide and you lose a bit of time. It just unsettles the car a little bit. But yeah, Ventina not really pulling back that. Oh, he's pulled back the gap a little bit. It was 1.3 I think I saw earlier. Now down to 1.1. So. Like I said, I reckon he's just going to let these two guys battle and just sort of hang back a little bit and wait for his time to pounce.
Indeed. Still looking at the weather, 2 minutes to go, still cloudy. It's actually picked up. It was a bit sunny cloudy before, now we got full cloud, so rain is coming. Yeah,
I'm very curious how this one's going to play out for that second half hour with the rain just looming there in classic British fashion. Ventina, there we go, regains his purple lap again. Takes a couple hundredths off Vedega's here. Let's jump on board. I believe this is Xavier Eaton in the Honda. And, oh my goodness, wow. That is some very stiff suspension.
Stop. Can he get through there? No.
No, I don't think you can get on the left. He's going to have to, hand down, right hand down, or left hand down.
Yep.
And jump through the little gap there.
First pen comes through. The commentator's curse, unfortunately. J-Rad in the number 23 McLaren's got the first pen of the race. Hopefully it wasn't all my doing. And the weather's still... I'm keeping a close eye on that weather, eh? I'm like eagle-eyeing it the whole way. Waiting for it to go to medium rain, and then there will have to be a pit stop at the moment. What did I say, 22 minutes? It's been 9. So what's that, 12? So what's that, 38 minutes left to go in the race is when the rain could potentially be happening.
Yeah, judging by what it was saying on the formation lap of this split.
Oh, here we go.
Back. Oh, here we go. Here's some action.
I wonder if it was a poor exit by Ty somewhere, because Vettiger closed up to 0.1 in a corner, which has allowed Vettiger to close right up. Like he was 1.5 seconds behind. He's way back on there. So looking for a mistake.
Yeah, that's really the only way you can get past here at Alton Park. There's not really very many overtaking opportunities, natural overtaking opportunities, should I say, without the car ahead, being forced into an error or making an unforced error. So if there is a pit stop in this race with the rain, it's going to be absolutely crucial that they make the right call, because it could make or break the race. So jump back on board with McKellar. Still holding that P5 position just behind these couple pros up ahead. They've himself and Ralphie have dropped off the back of the top 3 there, about 3.5 second gap between 3rd and 4th. But yeah, these 3 got our second battle pack here. So we got 1, 2, 3 all together. Now we got 4, 5, 6. We got Brondinella there in 7th, not too far away. So ready to pounce if anything should happen to the pack just ahead.
Sorry about that, Breno. My internet's dropping in and out every now and again, so I definitely have to get it sorted before my race. So if I sound a bit sketchy or drop out mid-sentence or not replying, I want to, but computer says no.
I was going to say, you're not on push to talk by any chance, are you?
I am, but I'm hot on the button as we are looking at Vettiger. Have a look at Ty, just showing the nose there. These 3 are driving really well. They're pulling away from Rolpe and McKellar as well. So Rolpe was about 3.5 seconds behind. And there's, as I say, that's 3.2. So the battling continues. That group was nearly a second slower than the previous lap. Interesting. So they're slowing each other down. If they keep that up, Rolpe is going to be making a 4-way train.
Yeah, we'll see what Ralphie can do. Obviously, not a slow operator by any means. He's had some really good results over the past couple seasons as he's moved from silver to the pro class. But yeah, with these 3 sort of slowing each other down a little bit, we'll see if he can regain that gap ahead. Maybe pull those other guys with him, and then we'll have a 6-way battle for the lead.
Oh, absolutely, because they're not that far behind. So we got Jack McKellar. You got John Miller and Jack McKellar not that far behind, only half a second, and Ralphie's closed up half a second already from the previous lap. So yeah, so I wonder if it's one of the, I'd say it'd be the Audi. I wouldn't say it's the driver, but definitely the Audi is having some issues.
Oh, I reckon Stevie Tyres just saving those tyres a little bit towards the start here. Doesn't really need to push so much. As I said, there's not really many places to overtake here, so if he doesn't make a mistake, there's really no way Vettiger's going to get past, and he can sort of control the pace being at the front of the train here. And then obviously trying to get them to that rain, and then make a strategy call then.
Absolutely. I've known Steve Ty since I started sim racing. That was about 3 years ago. He's always been a very shrewd driver. I've seen him make some moves that I thought were impossible, and he makes the impossible possible. And speak of impossible, we have light rain plus in 30 minutes.
Oh, spicy.
I would say that might be a bit too wet for optimum driving on slicks. So there'll be some spinneroonies, I think, from the less efficient drivers.
Less efficient. I rate that. No, that gives me the same vibes as of advanced age when referring to the older generation, shall we say.
Oh, absolutely. I'll take that. That's so funny. Speaking of old age and slow, Ralphie is close up to 2.7 seconds. Nearly said 2.7. 0.27 seconds. 2.7 seconds. McKellar has dropped back by a couple tenths, and Jack Miller about another 0.3 as well. So Ralphie on the hunt. Probably looking, like you were saying, looking after the tyres with the heavy fuel load, because everyone started and it was looking like it's going to be a full dry race, full dry start, so you wouldn't take a chance and have a pit stop for fuel. Oh, second pen coming through, I just noticed, as we're having a look at Miller on Rondinella. Oh, so good space given by both drivers. Bit of not a dive, but definitely having a look at Rondinella from Miller. That's excellent driving there. I was just mentioning a second pen's coming through for J Rad, kind of a 23. He's now up to 20 seconds for his drive time.
It seems like Vintina's ebbing and flowing here with the pace a little bit. Drops back to closer to a second than the half second he was, a lap or two ago. And J-Rad, is that another penalty for the poor bloke?
Yeah.
Right up to 20 seconds, 25 seconds now. It's not having the greatest race at this point in time, unfortunately.
Another thing that's happened too is Ralphie's closed up the gap now to 2.1 seconds. So these lead cars are hemorrhaging time.
Yeah, or Ralphie's put the afterburners on. See, I'd love to see him part of this fight for the lead. We'll just see what he could do. Maybe a little bit of pressure on Vintina. Yeah, with that rain coming in, what do you reckon, Damo? About 7 minutes time or thereabouts, 6-7 minutes.
That's right.
Didn't mean to say it like that.
No, it was that.
Dario's gone a little bit deep there, and that's allowed that King in the BMW to just slide on through.
Yeah. I'm going to have a very quick tinker of some of my push-to-talk settings, and I'll be right back.
Roger that. So Vedigard not letting Stevie Ty get away here. It's right on the back there. I see him showing the nose in some of those bigger braking zones. He's going to try and put Stevie Ty off his game, but that is quite the ask. Stephen Ty, very smooth operator, doesn't look in the mirrors in that way too often, so doesn't get startled by the big bad Mustang filling up that screen in the middle of his car as they come up the hill once more.
A bit of spraying there. Guys are pushing hard. We're coming down to the second chicane. It's probably the best chance in the second chicane, but you're looking. I was looking a bit iffy there. Looking like it was about to dive out to have a very quick dive. Dive out to dive in.
Yeah, very easy to overshoot though if you do try and go for a move there. And obviously then it's slalom, so you've got the left directly after the right, so it is very easy to... I mean, if you get full overlap, it is easy to hold the position, even if you do go deep a little bit, but it's very difficult to get full overlap through that braking zone, especially with drivers of this caliber.
So the times I went across the line, I see the gap to Ralphie increase a little bit, so let's see if the guys have picked up the pace or not, or if they're still holding each other back. Just waiting for the timing, should be soon, any day now, any day, any day, tomorrow. We'll check tomorrow.
Yeah, I reckon.
It doesn't come through. Stupid computers. I'll keep an eye down there. Still no rain yet. No wipers have kicked on. I did, when you were talking earlier about Vitiga having a look at Ty, I was looking, when the times I've seen it's been in the really fast-paced corners, so not really the heavy braking zones to a slower corner. So just letting him know he's there. These three driving so close together. Also, could have been Vintiner in the Aston, just give himself a little bit of a breather to keep the concentration levels up, not be too close to the cars behind, and give himself a little bit of mental rest, and then attack again. So he goes down the log. But he knows there.
Yeah, that is a very good shout though, with the just dropping off the back, it's incredibly hard to follow closely. As Stevie Ty gets on that curb and bounces a big slide on the exit there, is just going to give Vediger the run. It's nigh impossible almost to go around the outside here at Druids, but he is defending the inside here. He's going to come back across almost to the racing line. He comes to the middle of the track to defend that. And yeah, Vediger is staved off for another day. Another lap, should I say, sorry.
Yep. He's having a look on the outside.
He's going to try around the outside?
No, surely not.
He's almost done it. If he had the traction on the exit there, if it didn't fall away in such a weird way, I think he could have almost had that.
He's still there.
He is still there, but turn one. He's going to try it. There's contact on the turn in. Is Ventina going to finally get through? He's going to have a look through turn 3. This is a very, very risky move, especially with such little overlap. He is going to back out of it slightly. Vediger does give him the space as well. Goes a little bit wide, and they file out the way they came in.
Breathe again. I held my breath the whole way. That was excellent driving by those guys. The 3 pro drivers giving each other just enough room to get through. Didn't seem to be much contact, if at all. I did see a tiny bump, but nothing to write home about it. But all this battling has allowed Ralphie to close up a little bit more. And as we see this, we go on board with Ralphie, seeing the cars in front as they go down to the second chicane. It's close right up. His last lap was a 34.1. I missed what his best time was. I'm predicting 2 minutes for rain, so maybe next lap. And we have the lake in the background. Looking down the timing tree, we have an extra penalty for Joe Spenceley, car 16 in a Porsche guy's car. 15 seconds, so some contact early in the race. No more heavier rain coming through, and this brings us into the 40 minutes to go in the race. Following Jack Miller, he was defending Stocko behind him, and it's actually closed up on Rondinello. Rondinello's dropped a little bit further back from Jack McKellar. He's got through there. Actually, another car that I can't see there is Jack Miller. He seems to have disappeared down the list a little bit. Hopefully, he didn't go out with qualifying fuel. Here we go. Looking at Miller, he's sorry. Who was I thinking of? Miller and McKellar. So it looks like Rondinello has fallen back behind McKellar. There's Miller. Sorry, thank you for TV camera direction to correct my commentating. The 3 lead cars going through, still nose to tail. It's allowed Vincent to close up as well with that move that was done earlier by Vediger, and still Ralphie only 1.7 seconds behind as we see Steve Ty go a little bit deeper into the hairpin than before. Doesn't allow anyone to come through at all, so that's not a problem. And we're going to count down. So top 10, we have Ty, Vetiker, Vintner, Ralphie, McKellar, Rondinello, Miller, Stockton, Griffiths, and Piper leading our top 10. So some drivers have actually gone much better than the qualifying. I think the best movers we've got so far are Stockton and Griffiths have had some really good moves in the beginning of the race. Coming up to the cars are getting close to some of the early blue flags. There was a yellow flag before, which I think may have put Ty off. It's my thinking there. It's just making sure that the car wasn't stationary on the circuit or anything. And that put him off for the corner, which allowed Ventana and Start to get through. As we hit the 38-minute mark, which is my prediction for rain, I don't see any automatic wipers on just yet, but any second now. As the lead trio do a 33.9 coming through from Benny Vintner of his best time of a 33.5. So yeah, he's still super hot on the pace. These guys have really picked it up now. Following on board now with Vintner, as we've seen his time of a 33.9 for the last lap. A little bit behind, but still extremely close to Vintner. Just looking at Ralphie's gap was stretched out to 2.3 seconds. Yeah, these guys have absolutely amped up the pace now. They've followed their fuel gauges and tyre wear models, and now it looks like they're going to go for it now. As I have, sorry for the little drop out there, folks, back again. And first wipers are starting to come on now. The rain is down. So in roughly 10 minutes, it's going to be medium and rain. First couple of laps are going to be pretty dry, same pace. Maybe the first lap until it goes greasy. It's already gone to fast, so it'll go to greasy. Dry tyres to handle the greasy track relatively well. We'll get some extra graining. They'll only be a big impact if the track dries up again. So we'll keep an eye out to see who has a dive for the pits, as the track's gone to greasy pretty quickly. And the car in front of these guys, I think, was Ibrahim Banks. Unfortunately going to get lapped, but being a Porsche should have some extra good traction getting out. We'll keep an eye on the track conditions, see if it gets to damp or wet and how long that'll take. It went from Octane to greasy within half a lap. We had Rondinilla's gone straight to the pits already. He pitted from P7. So we'll keep an eye out for the Miller and Stocko, see how whether they pit again, whether it was a good call to go in early or not. Looking at the pit lane, doesn't seem to be too many people going in as these leading cars are going through. Watching the daring corner where people can slide off at the moment. So far, so good.
So it begins then. The weather and the strategy.
Yeah, it's happened. It's happened.
It has happened. Yeah, I reckon I'd say damp is probably when these front runners might go round. Vediga tries going around the outside and locks up a little bit there, or just slides a bit wide, and that's let Vintina through. So just bided his time, and it's paid off for him.
Absolutely. He's rejoined, didn't lose much time there, so that's a quick rejoin. Got a couple of drivers at the back. We got Kay Appreciato and James looking like they're going for tyres. Would you go for tyres at this stage, knowing the conditions now?
I'd probably wait a little bit longer. I'd probably wait for the track condition to change to damp, because that's generally where the wets are better. Then, as we see, Stevie Ty pulls in. He's decided to bite the bullet, and he's gonna whack on those wet boots. We'll see where he comes out. Because the other thing is, like, if people go long, you get stuck in traffic here. It's just terrible. The tyre delta should help out as well. Just being able to basically drive around the outside, because you have so much more grip on those wet tyres, but still, time loss is time loss at the end of the day. So these guys, Ventina and Vediga, having the clean air possibly might overcome the advantage of the wets for the first lap or so. The track's still greasy, and in 30 minutes that rain going back to light, so no light increasing, as Vediga gets all crossed up on the exit of the hairpin there, manages to save it, but does lose a touch to Ventina here.
Right, I'm trying to edge my computer to work better. Sorry, I was dropping in and out through all that as soon as you came back. I blame you. It must be your fault.
Yes. I've commentated cursed your PC as well.
I think so. It's pretty extreme.
Yeah.
I did see Ty dive into the pips, and that's left Ventina and Vediga leading out. I would be inclined to stay out, to be perfectly honest. I think you're mentioning that there's a risk that if you swap the wets, then you can get stuck behind somebody, and it can be pretty dire.
Yeah, the track has just gone to damp, so imagine these two, Vediga and Ventina, will jump into the pits this lap. We'll see if that undercut from Stevie Ty, the one-lap undercut, what kind of advantage or disadvantage that's given him. Are they going to pull over to the left-hand side? Yes, they are. Ventina's going to come in. Be very careful on this pit entry here. That's quite a difficult one, especially with slicks on the wet. And look at everybody following them in. Far out.
That was pretty good. They're all stacking up. It'd be really cool if Kunos could have all the mechanics showing as well, but I'm sure the extra animations would kill everyone's.
I was going to say, yeah, Ben Hignet's machine would be not loving that too much. And yeah, as expected, we see Stevie Ty back here. It's behind Bishop and the 89 GTR. We'll see how quickly he can get past.
First drive-through has happened. Joe Spenceley could be a pit stop one. Having a rough guys, that guy. Here we go, it's a move. That's
Stevie Ty's gone down the inside.
On Bishop.
Gets it done on Bishop. So see where he comes out in relation to these other guys. So Ventina and that are moving. You do jump T1 sort of. The pit line is there. No. Stevie Ty has made the absolute mega call there, even with the time loss behind that effective blue flag at this point in the race is massive lead. Well, compared to what it was, it's huge.
It's a wonderful pit stop jump. And speaking of pit stop jumps, it didn't happen for Vediga. Still behind Vintima. And those two had a screaming pit stop because they basically arrived and left with the same gap. That's so hard because there's like the entry, the stop itself, and the exit. And their timing is fantastic.
Not to mention the Aston loses so much because it takes so long to get up from 0 up to 50k an hour. You lose, I think it's about a second.
What? No way.
I think so. I think that's a very unscientific estimate. I shall say, but that's what I have heard down the grapevine. That's about a second it can lose on the pit stop, just based on its lack of low down torque, unfortunately. So yeah, Vintina's done well to hold on to that. So
I have two bits of news.
Yes,
check the gap to Ralphie. It's 0.6. He is now in the game.
Oh, he's right there. On the back, we'll see how the Mustang does.
And Rodelena, car 888, lost a spot to Miller in the pit stops. So Jack got the jump.
Yeah, by quite some margin as well. So it seemed like, jumping in straight away wasn't the play either. But yeah, Stevie Tyres absolutely nailed that on the head. Yeah, 1.8 second gap he's pulled that out to now.
And Bartoletti, car number 86, potentially going to the end. Ooh.
Yeah, it's very, very brave strategy, I'll tell you what. Maybe if the rain had stopped by this point, it could work for him, but it's definitely hanging around for quite a bit longer, if not to the end. Last lap 44, so about 10 seconds off his pace.
Yeah, but how far off the wet pace? Oh, thank you. It's a 2:29. Can we go to Ty if we may, please, Mr. TV cameraman? Because he's had the fast lap. He's 4 seconds a lap slower, 4.5 seconds a lap slower. Yeah, what's that? 20 laps worth of pit stop?
Be about 10, if that. The pit stop with the tyres is probably about 44 seconds or something. Yeah,
not worth it. Yeah, I'm always a believer of here we go, Stephen Tyre on slick shot. Watch the braking. He's just going to shoot right past and pull it up.
Yeah, this is the difference between the wets and the dries. He doesn't even need to do it in the braking zone. He's clear before. That's
these two.
Man. So Ventina must have had a mistake up the hill then to let Vediger get alongside, and they're going to go side by side here through Knickerbrook, I think it is. Vediger's actually going to prevail on the round the outside in the wet. What a move! Nominate that for Thermal Overtake of the Week.
That's pretty good. That was awesome. Turbo spool, do you think? Got bogged down leaving the chicane. Oh, here we go. Now we've got two to it. Sorry.
Oh, no. Oh, my goodness. This is like multi-class. They're going side by side. Oh, no. Ralphie's on the grass. Ralphie's on the grass.
He's made it.
And Ventina is going to try around the outside like Vediger tried on Stevie Ty earlier, but just gets onto the gravel. Yeah, just gets onto that curve. If he could keep off the curve, I think he almost would have had it, but Vediger was not going to give him any more space than he deserved there. So we'll see how this battle progresses between these two. Aston definitely the better car in the wet, but it seems like Vediger's driving the absolute wheels off of it as Ventina almost goes into the back of Vediger into turn 3 there. Far out. He's done well to keep that still on the track.
Oh, here we go. Instant replay. Oh, we're Fralpy. So, yeah, looking pretty neat.
Oh, my goodness me.
I'll change my mind and go the other side.
Probably the better move in hindsight, to be honest. I think he would have maybe had a little bit of contact there with Dario if he had stayed on the left-hand side. So definitely not the earliest call to change direction there. But Bartoletti jumps into the pits there. He's going to put those wet boots on.
That's all you want. Everyone survived. Oh, that's wonderful.
And Stevie Ty has said, thank you very much. 3.8 seconds into the distance after all.
I know, I was looking at that as well. That gap. There he is. He's just left and blue flags? Yeah, because he's in the lead. Yeah, it's a left blue flag. Yep.
So 40.6 last lap. I'll be curious to see what the guys behind do once they do get clean air, which, fortunately, I don't know if it's going to happen at any point soon.
Oh, here we go. Just like to shout out to my Porsche brethren. I've had a good pit stops. Blake Griffiths now in P8 and Winston Yao P10 in the 992 Porsche. They were much further down the list, and the wet weather is agreeable. As we're looking at the Osprey Sim Sport with Blake Griffiths, she's doing very well.
Yeah, awesome strategy call there. I'm not sure exactly where Brave qualified, but it's quite a bit down. And Wesley was definitely outside that top 20, so has done an awesome job to get it up into the 10 at this point in time. P3 in class, mind you. coming off a really good season opener where he actually won in Silver Class last week at Red Bull Ring. So definitely continuing that momentum so far. 26 minutes to go. Let's hope he can hold on to it. I've just cursed him, haven't I? Oh no.
I think I'm back again. Isley's time was comparable to the front runners, driving very well in the Porsche 992.
There you go. So we might see him charge back up the field, and we might even see a back-to-back silver W for Mr. Yao.
So, was that Benny Vintner looking for a wet track? It's like a little dive before into the wet stuff before the second chicane. Overheating tyres already.
Possibly, or maybe he's just trying to show the nose there on Vediger. He knows that he can force the error. Vediger making a few mistakes during this race to this point so far, so maybe he's backing himself to just get in his mirrors a little bit, get in his head, just force that error. Very easy to break a touch deep here as we jump to a replay here of Daryl, who's fell. No, oh no, and the grass is going to be all incredibly slippery. Does well to keep it out the wall, and he's going to be basically lined up for the gap there to rejoin the track. He's actually just RTG'd, I see on the second screen, so he's called his time, I guess, on the race tonight, which is a shame. But after the lap 1 incident, it has been an uphill battle certainly for Daryl to get a decent result in this one.
Yeah, that corner, it's after the Lakeside Straight into Island Bend, I think it's called. A very pixelated image. So yeah, that corner, super understeery in the wet. It's like
it's Island Bend, I think is the corner name. The very fast left-hander, but yeah, incredibly easy to just get slightly wrong, and that's all you need. One tire in the grass is somehow worse than 2 tires in the grass, especially when the grass has got a bit of dew on it. Back on board with his front runners, and there's a bit of a debacle going up ahead here with some blue flags.
Oh, here we go. Oh, they got a race too.
Yeah, Stevie Ty got through this pretty cleanly. They must have been a little bit more spread out as he came through. They've bunched up here for Vediger and Vintina on the grass there, just trying to get around the Ferrari. I think it was the number 25. I'm not sure exactly who that is, unfortunately. Yeah.
That's one way to make room, isn't it? I need extra width on the circuit. It's ecological because I heard a scream. Oh, hello. Oh, it's pulling out the way. That's Ibrahim Bain.
Yeah, not doing too badly. Back up into 26th after that, what I imagine to be a hardware issue or something that forced him to RTG earlier in the race. So, doing it right. I think that's P3 in amateur class at the moment. I'm not sure if there's any more in that bottom, past 24th. But yeah, back on board here with Raupi. It's not that the guys ahead of him go. Doing quite well in the wet. Oh my goodness me. Not the place I'd be overtaking the back marker, but I mean, no harm, no foul, I guess, but far out, that's a bit of a white knuckle moment, that one, I reckon, for both drivers there.
I could see that Porsche driver give a little bit of room there. Ibrahim did as best he could. And just watching Vintner take the line through that chicane, like he gave it a lot of respect.
Yeah, you got to respect the curves. All the British tracks really got to respect those curves. They get quite slippery when they're wet. Yeah, especially with that, it's such a crucial run up the hill. It doesn't seem like it, but you'd be surprised how much time there is on that run up the hill. When you do nail it, especially on a quali lap. So very crucial to get that one right. As we go back on board, here's Spenceley. I think he's finding J-Rad ahead. J-Rad getting a little crossed up through Druids there. Spenceley goes to pull across to let him through, but then realised Vinton is actually a little bit further back than he maybe anticipated. Just pulls back onto the racing line. He's probably going to give it here, on the pit straight. Just pulls over to the left-hand side. Or is that the right-hand side? That is the right-hand side. Just lets Vintina through. Hopefully J-Rad lets him through pretty nifty as well. And we get this battle for P2 back on our hands as he does just before the kink before turn 3. Yep. Does it well in the end.
like there's really no good places to let cars through. This is probably it here, and down to the second chicane, and that's it. Yeah, as you see, Spenceley pull the anchors on, and to let some extra cars through. Yeah, just the driver and
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, Dan, we're cutting out a little bit there. But just going back to the weather widget, we do have rain light decreasing in 30 minutes, so I think the track is going to be wet until the end of the race.
Yeah,
there won't be much more change in strategy after this, unless people have really overpressured their wets or risking a puncture or something along those lines. But yeah, Stevie Ty pulled out another little bit. So 4 seconds the gap now, but now the Vetiger and Vintina have clean air. It's not increasing at the rate that it was a few laps ago. 39.6 I think I saw there just on the end for Stevie Ty last lap round. And we'll see what Vetiger and Vintina are doing now that they do have a bit of clean air, the pair of them.
Oh, it's pretty quick before they were doing what, 40.4s, 40.2s earlier? Yeah, track's definitely drying.
39.7, yeah, I can see a dry line just beginning to form with 30 odd cars going around and only light rain. The cars do displace a fair bit of water.
Oh yes, and the it never went wet, did it? It's always remained damp.
Yeah, I only ever saw it at damp. I don't think it ever clicked over to wet. So jump back to a replay here. Oh no, is that? I think that's Ibrahim just tagging the back of Spenceley, and in the wet, there's just no slowing it down. And unfortunately, he's just careened off into the wall there. I think he also tagged the car that we were on board with, possibly the McLaren there of John Rad, if I'm not mistaken. But he managed to get through scot-free, just a little bit of a twitch on that rear end. But yeah, that's unfortunately that's going to be quite the invoice for Ibrahim, I imagine.
Yeah, so you've got to give that extra couple of tenths of really up braking when you're following. But in the wet, iffy. Yeah, hard to do. No change. So, tired.
Oh, that's an interesting line from Vetiger there. I reckon he might have gone skateboarding. If we could be so kind to get a replay potentially at some point. But yeah, that's put Vintina right back under that rear wing. And yeah, putting the pressure on once again. Raupi there, I see, jumping over to the right. Yeah, well, first of all, drop back a little bit. But he was also, that's
a wide line.
That's definitely using a little bit more than maybe the track limits there. But yeah, Raupi I saw jump over to the right-hand side of the track, just between Druids and the final corner. So maybe cooling the tyres as well.
I'll go throw a speculator out there. The guys that got the wet pressure tyres.
Oh,
you're right.
Wow.
He was well off cooling the tyres.
Big skateboard. Yeah.
Yeah, and because the track's drying now, the tyres are overpressured and getting super hot. So maybe their lap times will start coming down again, as in worse.
Yeah, potentially. I guess a lot of these guys would probably be just doing it on the fly, like maybe 3 PSI down or something. They probably didn't have wet pressures set up for this race, or if they did, it might have been for full wet, because I know the wet server that OLWA has, the wet practice server. We'll just jump to a replay here quickly. Is this Harry Murphy going for a move on? No. I think that's Dario. Oh no, sorry, not Harry Murphy. Far out, Kong. It does a nice 360 to get it going again, but unfortunately, yeah, Dario, it's facing backwards. You're going to lose a couple of positions from that, so...
At least you can see the oncoming cast.
That is true.
That's the worst commentating I think I've ever done. At least you can see the cars coming. Oh, jeez. As tyres stretch the lead, touching 5 seconds now. These two, Vintiga and Vintina, stretch. No, hang on. The Raupi's that's because Vetiga had went skateboarding, so he's dropped some time, which allowed Raupi to catch up. The gap between McKellar and Miller is pretty static. Rondanella's dropped well off from Miller. It was close before. Gap between Griffiths and Rondanella's stretched. And what's one looking at? Stocko's getting a bit closer to Griffiths. Wenson Yao. He was 13 seconds behind Stocko. Yeah, but he was driving pretty quick, so maybe it was a bigger time. Piper this way, Preciado, Billett, Murphy, Simpson, and Crick. Harry's done well. He's made a spot because he was level pegging with Mike Crick in 17th.
Yeah, where is Mr. Crick? I haven't seen his name. Oh, there we go, P17. Yeah, so a little higher than what he started, but yeah, doing well so far.
Doing okay, I guess. Yeah, I think last season he had a really rough season. He just kept getting in the wrong place at the wrong time with some other people. But nothing was his own doing. Same with Harry. Harry's had a good drive back at car number 65. He was last at the end of lap 1 because he was driving on the grass and he got turned around somewhere, I think at the second chicane. So driving very well, Harry Murphy. Yeah,
up to P15. Was that P5? Yeah, P5 in class.
Oh, right. Mike's made a spot. He's now P16. Simpson, the leading AM driver, P17. Oh, respect to you, man. Well driven. And Nate James, I believe it's Nate. P19.
Oh, Colin DT. Colin has got a drive-through.
In the pits.
So maybe that's, well, he's in the pits now. I assume serving the drive-through. But yeah, maybe a little bit of that off-track excursion as they've not looked too fondly on that, the stewards, and given him a track cut for it, which is a bit unfortunate. But yeah, the wet track limits definitely a lot stricter than what they are in the dry, unfortunately. So yeah, that he'll drop him even further back than he already was after the lap 1 incident.
Okay. I'm going to contradict you on the limits for wet. I don't think they're strict. I've heard a different story. It's not that they're more strict, it's that they get reset, and because you already got your eye in, you're going, wow, who's off? That's Martinelli, I think.
Yeah, I believe so. We've also got Ryan Anderson in the chat just saying that number 23 had a massive crash. So I think we've got a replay of it here. Oh no,
hang on, that's...
Oh no, yep, Ibrahim. Yeah, avoids contact there with the rejoin. J-Ride pretty slow off the corner. Ibrahim goes to the inside into a closing gap. Oh my goodness, does a wheelie there. Ricochets off the wall, and I think he's clipped the one on the other side. Yeah, that's going to be quite a bit of damage, unfortunately.
That's going to be unrivaled.
That's rough for the number 23.
Well, John Rad there. Where puts him. Where is Hero again? Oh!
Yeah, that's...
Oh, good avoidance though by the other blue car, and bang! Oh, man. Not the biggest flappy bond I've seen on my car. Put a stake in that one. Oh,
I was about to ask how many chickens do you reckon we can fit in that bonding gap.
At the moment. No.
Oh, Stevie Ty only 3.5 seconds ahead of Fediger. Big mistake from the big fella in the Audi. What's happened there? Maybe some bad traffic or something, or
possibly.
Yeah, 1.5 seconds in must have been last lap, because this one he was okay. 40.1. We're jumping on board with a replay. Oh no, Ben Piper's got caught out again. Keeps it out the wall just so.
And the rejoin. Oh, that's a bad spot. Oh, don't know. I thought Ty was coming through just as he's coming out. Oh man. Don't know where all that happened. So this is Ralphie. He's doing a 39.9. Ventana doing a 39.9. So we've got the same times there. And that gap's pretty static. Although McKellar's closed up.
Maybe Stevie Ty just struggling with the tyres a little bit, because that gap has dropped once again. So maybe it's just an ongoing issue. It wasn't just a single isolated incident. As we see, Vintino does a little bit of a jump there on the curb.
I'm going to do it. Vediger for drive-through. It's a Vediger P20.
Yes, the other one.
It's taking a hit for the guy in P2. I'll take that drive-through for you. Just pass it to me.
Yeah.
Were they brothers or?
I believe so. Somebody in chat, please. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe they are brothers. Could be mistaken though.
Okay. Driving for their father's love.
40.8. Yeah. Yeah, Stevie Ty, that lap, 40.8. We'll see what Ventina does if it does want to pop up. Yeah, 398. So a second off the pace that last lap from Ty. So not sure what's happening here. Maybe struggling a little bit with those pressures. Maybe the car's just not in that right window. But he was absolutely monstering away earlier in the wet. So
he was.
Interesting. It's like just flipped like a light switch.
Yep, 5 seconds up the road. Now it's down to 3.3. It's now drizzle light at the moment. So I don't think it's still a damn track. I don't think it'll go to greasy at this stage. Ralphie's fallen back a little bit. Keller's there. Miller's about the same. Rodnella's about the same. Blake, she's falling back. Stocko, I think, was a bit closer. And Yao used to be 13, the top 10 runner. P3 in silver. Waiting for the time update. It was 13 seconds, I think, before. Feels like morning.
Yeah, 13.8, so it's actually dropped off. The last split was 12.2 a lap or so ago, so maybe a small mistake or so, or just a collection of, one large mistake, sorry, or a collection of smaller mistakes over the last couple of laps, and that's...
I'm going to go with tires.
It is possible, you know, like a damp track is pretty harsh on the wet tires, especially if you've pressured them for a full wet track. It's really difficult, especially to do it on the fly to get the pressures bang on.
And then slide out the corners.
Yeah, that too. That certainly doesn't help. Yeah, it's Vediga. Sorry, this is McKellar. Maybe looking for that wet line as well. I can't imagine he'd be showing the nose, from that far back, but yeah, see what he does. Does he stay? Yeah, he stays pretty far to the left there. It's usually center of the track. So what he does on the straight here, because they'll be... Yeah, it's so difficult with the little, like, the bump just as you...
Broke.
Yeah.
And in the wet, it's going to be... Here we go. Through the... How much are they going to understeer?
Gets it in quite nicely, though. It's taking it quite safe, though. Granted, probably have seen a couple of the other drivers get that rear right tyre on the grass and said, you know what? I feel like living today.
When enjoying the current position I'm in, I'd like to keep it. Oh, these two, on the other hand, but they want to swap spots. I can tell. I have a feeling they want to swap spots. They're not looking for defending.
Ever patient, as usual.
He looks faster through there, doesn't he?
Yeah, a lot of overspeed through that mid corner, but can't really do much with it, unfortunately. Just with that last little bit of look there. Is the crucial bit. There's not really much you can do up here into Druids, unfortunately, unless they go a little bit wide.
It's all single file.
Yeah.
Even here, you gotta really. A lot of it's just got to wait for a mistake from the other car.
Yeah, without a doubt. Gets really close to that rear bump, and he's definitely gonna have the traction on exits. Yeah. Aston will be very good through there.
It has to look really good under brakes than the BMW. Oh, Ford, sorry.
Yeah, it does seem to close up. That might just be, the natural... Oh, that is...
That's a limit. That's a plus one for sure.
Yeah, that's definitely
got away with
close.
It. Oh, just see. Back down to P7, P18, we have our two AM drivers. They're not nose to tail, but I'm just keeping an eye on the gap there for our AM class, see how they're going. So I'll pipe up if it starts getting interesting.
Yeah, just another sit rep on that gap to P1. 2.6 seconds now, the gap between Ty and Vediga. So it's slowly trickling down. There's about 5 laps I want to hazard to go. Granted that is half a second a lap and overtaking here, which is not the easiest thing to do on a good day. But you never know. We might go back to our three-way battle for the lead once again.
Photo finish. Is that what you're projecting?
I mean, that'd be pretty epic.
There's enough time for all that to happen. Yeah. Oh, this is brilliant. Let's look at some of the other gaps. No one's really closed or stretched out. Yeah, everything's pretty static. Hey, remember Thistleway had a big moment and pitted out of sequence in the dries? He's in P11.
Yeah, that's an awesome recovery drive.
That's a great drive.
From the Lexus driver there.
So we're on board with high. Okay, who's in front? Because that looked pretty awful through that corner.
Yeah, I think that's the BMW. I can't remember exactly the name. King. King in the BMW there. Does well, gets out the way.
Mid-corner correction. And a bit
Yeah,
of
that's
drift by Vintigo.
yeah, I was going to say that's pretty typical of the Audi, even in the dry sometimes. So, yeah, definitely got to wrestle the car sometimes. It's quite stiff and does like to rotate, which is a good thing in you know, a lot of circumstances. Also, not so good in a lot of other circumstances.
Vincent looks so wide in the Aston through a corner. I'm just like wincing every time he gets close to that outside line. It's like, don't do it, man. Don't do it. You don't want to be there.
Yeah. Gaps, yeah, opened up a little bit now between these two.
I don't think it was traffic related.
No, I think, yeah, maybe just a poor corner for Vintin, or maybe he's just giving himself a bit of breathing room just so he can see the corners a little bit better. Maybe felt like he was being, not impeded per se, but just having his vision impaired by that the big American brick up ahead.
Yep. And because it's only damp, not a lot of spray being thrown up. So yeah, just looking down. P9 Stocko dropped 3 seconds that previous lap somewhere. So it's given a bit of breathing space to Griffiths and allowed Yao to close up a little bit to 9 seconds now. I think it's just a single once-off, but something to keep an eye on. And in our AM class, P17, P18, that gap is closed down by 1.5 seconds in 1 lap. So 2 laps, I'll keep an eye on it. And let's see if they get some air. Oh, jeez. Took it tighter.
Yeah.
Took it wider. Oh, yeah. Alternate lines, and I think they both made little mistakes there. Very well board here.
Go on board the replay. Just a bit of a
wider.
Bit of a misjudgment there. Yeah.
But they did the opposite. It really threw me out.
Yeah.
So you're like looking at one car, the other car does there's a blue car off.
Oh,
is that?
It's Andy Bishop, I think. Yeah, P20 at the moment. Might drop 1 or 2 with that off-track excursion. Especially in such a, unfortunate position as well as to sort of, hand down right to get through the gap, I reckon.
Yeah. 30-second gap to the car behind for Bishop, so should be able to maintain that spot if the suspension's not 90 degrees.
Yeah. So jump back on board, we've got an action and replay here.
I saw that
just touch wide. And
break.
Oh, he's done well. He's done well to stop that. And then has decided to go the long way. Okay.
I reckon, here we go. This is the first time he's ever done it. And he doesn't know how to join it because he's never done it before.
Oh no.
He got hit.
He did get a bit of a tap there.
Oh, that was by Ralphie. Was that Ralphie that hit him?
Yeah.
Yeah, because Ralphie's gap's 2.9, McKellar's 0.844.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see how the stewards ruled that. I think Ralphie just sort of got distracted a little bit and went a touch deeper. I don't think Bishop was impeding in any sense. I think it was just a bit of target fixation there from Ralphie. And he's probably just missed his braking marker by 2 centimeters, and that's all it takes to not hit the apex exactly where you want to.
Yeah, his best bet I think would have been weaving through the tyre barrier and rejoining like Cam Fizzle did. Back later. So see that little gap on the right, little tiny gap just to the right there for our viewers. And tyres gap dropped to 2.1 now.
Yeah, I think Vedi can smell it now. He can sniff this win.
Yeah,
it's
burnt rubber, melting wets. I can smell melting wets. That must be the other guy.
Yeah. I was gonna say it'll be a tough ask with only 2 and a bit minutes to go on the clock, which I think will be 2 more laps after this one, if math serves me well. And Vintina dropped a little bit more, 1.1. So outside of that second gap was 0.8 or so, lap and a half ago. So maybe just biding his time, or he's happy with his P3. So just going to see what happens ahead.
I was just doing a scan down the tower, and probably about 10 seconds ago, Harry Murphy made a pass on Preciado for P3 in Pro-Am class. Just ticked over
there. Beautiful.
So he's moving up. Who else is that a bit with? Mike's in P15, doing well-ish, sort of. Let's go, Yao, Griffin.
Oh, James unfortunately has made a mistake. He's dropped off from behind Simpson. So we jumped to an action replay here. Is this off the move? I believe it is, between Preciado and Murphy. Yeah, Murphy just getting it done on the inside there, easy as you like. Through that final corner, gets the traction exit, and lick the stamp, and off he goes.
Still coming back. I'm back. Stupid computer. What'd I miss?
We just got an action replay of the Harry Murphy's move on Appreciado.
Just kidding me. I missed it. Yeah. I seriously missed it.
Yeah.
I'll have to ask him for his replay.
Yeah.
But speaking of replay, it's happened again. Vedega's closed on tie.
All right. Yeah. That rear end of the Audi not looking too shabby, especially through that Knickerbrook section of the track there. I saw him a little crossed up on the weight transfer there between the left and then the right-hander. So something that I'm going to be keeping in mind, that maybe low fuel with the Audi gets a little bit sketchy. I know it runs pretty high rake from the setups that I've had a look at. So I imagine it gets, as the fuel burns off, the rear gets lighter. I know Ibrahim's done the same thing, just slightly too deep. Does manage to keep it out the wall though. Yeah, he's going to flick it around. Yeah. As we jump onto the final lap of the race here. Whoa. It's about a second and a bit between the top three, so that gap has ever so slightly expanded.
I was just watching Vedega just drifting the forward through the first corner. He gets me every time. I think he's losing it. I got it's gone. He's got there he is.
No. Yeah.
Quality driver. Yep. Glad he's in this split. I'm not racing him. Okay, that's the timer down to 0. Definitely the last lap. They're not that far away. Ralphie here in P4, 3 seconds behind, with McKellar half a second behind. Ooh. Not going to be the photo finish, but it's certainly going to be super tight. And looking at Jack Miller chasing down McKellar, 10 seconds away, but behind Jack is Ronilla with 10-second gap, so that'd be a blue flag. Tyre going through the second chicane, looking safe-ish, do you think?
Oh, for a driver of tyre skill, I reckon. I back him to be able to catch those the little Audi slides, but yeah, definitely wasn't the smoothest way through that complex. I'll tell you what. Maybe from a style point perspective, it was quite smooth, but yeah.
Vedega, he's driving that Ford really well. It looks really well driven. It's like he's sliding a lot. It's working for him.
Yeah, as you see, Stevie Ty rounds the final corner, and he's going to cross the line to take P1. Pretty clinical drive. And yeah, Vedega and Ventina crossing the line, and Ralphie there as well, and McKellar for good measure. And we go a little bit further back to Miller. He'll come round in a couple seconds' time. There he comes under the gantry. And then Rondinella a little bit further back again.
Blake Griffiths should be coming across in 8 seconds. Wow, that seems like a long 8. Oh no, Rondinella just gone through. 10 seconds, there we go. Blake Griffiths crossing the line, P8. Good race. Good recovery from the first race to the second race. Job well done.
Yeah, awesome result from Blake there.
Stocko? Yeah, Stocko's not through yet. Where is he? He's in a Ferrari.
There he is. Just crossed the line then. Yeah.
He changed liveries on me. I'm confused.
Yeah. Ibrahim crosses the line there. I think this is Wesley across, and Thistlewaite shouldn't be too far behind. There he is.
Yeah, he's happy with that. Yeah, not a bad recovery drive from having an unscheduled pit stop and that crazy off as well. So that's a pretty good drive. P11. So still some more drivers to come through. Unless something weird happens, we're going to have... Oh, it looks like it's a bit of a battle there.
Oh, Ventina
now.
Oops. Cool. So we're going to a replay just here. Yeah, so I saw this on the second one and didn't realise that the stream can't see it just yet. Ventina doing some acrobatics.
He was going to try and jump the track. Risky because the other guys are still racing.
Yeah.
That's one way to jump the corner. And the M-Class. Harry, what? Harry, 19. What? No!
Yeah,
Harry had it off on the last lap. Oh, no.
Yeah, must have done.
Oh, what a bugger.
And Kay made a mistake as well because James jumped back up to, I think it was P17. as well, just
Wow.
behind Simpson for P2 and AM class. So
Okay. Oh, this is the practice 2 timing. That's qualifying, where Rupi had actually done a purple sector 3, so it wasn't all tied. Fediga. Who was on pole again?
Fediga took pole
Yeah.
position. Steve, yeah, second.
Tied. And Fisway third. Okay. Thank you for that. So overall, we had Stephen Ty, Fediga, and Vintner in our pro class and overall. Sliding over to silver, we will have Jack Miller, Blake Griffiths, P2, and Wesley Yao in P3 in 2 Porsches. Thanks, lads. Pro-Am, we have McKellar, Stockton, and Appreciado. And the AM class, it was actually a bit closer. It was Simpson, James, and Noessen coming in P3. Well, that was a tricky race, I thought. Rain halfway through. Bit planned, so you knew what to do. You didn't have to make some guesses. Some good driving there. Who would you say your driver of the day there?
Oh, I think you can't go past Ms. Blake Griffiths there. I reckon she'd be my driver of the day, P8 and P2 in class. Very solid effort, especially after probably not the qualifying that she was after. So to make all those positions up in the race, yeah, solid effort.
I wasn't expecting you to say, I actually didn't put any thought into whatsoever, so I have pick a quick name. I know it's cliche to say the winner did it, but just getting the start, that was key for Ty, and he kept it the whole way through with the pressure as well, and he didn't make any mistakes. And whereas the other drivers that were around down to the P5s, and someone made a mistake. I didn't see Ty make a single mistake and nailed it from turn 1. So that's my call. As the workers are still working in the rain. Yep.
Yeah.
Almost in sequence. Oh, calling with you, Breno. I'll catch you another time. And thank you everyone for joining us. Don't forget to like and subscribe to all the streams if you enjoyed it. And up next we have, it was AC Evo.
Yeah, we got some ND MX5 Miata Cup cars at, I think it's Alton Park as well. One of the alternate layouts. So we take a tight right where you would normally go left on the GT3 circuit. So
I see.
It's very interesting.
It's like a big square.
Yeah. If you squint really hard, yeah. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see what that layout brings. But yeah, stick around for AC Evo. The first time I think OLR is trying it out, and on the broadcast as well. So maybe some teething issues. But yeah, stick around. It'll be a bunch of fun, I reckon.
Cool. Thank you, everyone. And again, I didn't shout out often enough to our title sponsor, Thermaltake. So thank you, Thermaltake, for helping us bring the broadcast to everybody.
Cool.
Sorry about the dropouts, guys.
classic corner at Druids, of course, one of those corners that every British circuit needs. I'm a big fan of Alton Park, always have been. But I haven't seen much racing on the Carlton Drive circuit, so it will be interesting to watch.
Oh, absolutely. I'm like you, I love this track. And I always love racing in the slower cars. There's much more fight in them. And despite the fact that we are limited to about 16 drivers due to ACE limitations, I feel like we'll get some Bathurst-level GT3 overtakes in racing here.
Oh, wow, that's a big call. But I definitely feel like the Thermaltake overtake of the week will be up for grabs this week. Oh, look at that. The Segway is beautiful tonight, working in good form. And I'll tell you what, though, I don't want to say race over, but based on that time that I'm seeing from Babby, no one's getting close. That is a ripping time. Jack Steele there in second place, one of the best names in OLR, good old Jack Steele, former St Kilda captain. Robbie Underwood, and we've got Trent Callahan, former MotoGP rider and current MotoGP rider Jack Miller. We've got Lukey Marvel, Joe Spenceley, we've got John CC's. We've got
Charitos.
Charitos? I like CC's, we'll go with that. Oh, Charitos, isn't it? The Mexican, I've said this before. I've got to keep remembering the Mexican soft drink. As soon as I think of that, I'll say it right.
There you go.
We've got Scarney. Good to see Scarney back on track. Always a crowd favourite, Scarney. And we've got Daniel Clark. We've got, is that Andrew Constantine? We've got Mad Mike Crick. We've got Big Bad Benny Vintner. And we've got Benjamin Hignett, who is, I've got another screen up at the moment, and he is pressing and clicking buttons like you wouldn't believe, trying to get into this lobby. But it is going to be, I'm actually really looking forward to tonight. I think it'll give us an idea as well, sort of AC Evo in terms of its racing, close racing, how it broadcasts, what it's like to see some of these solo cars. We're so used to GT3s here in OLR land. It is nice to see something quite a bit different.
Absolutely. As we did see sort of just before that our qualifying leader had just kicked under the 104s. Glory Babby in the 104s now.
That's a two-race ban. That is straight up. That is taking it very seriously indeed.
Yeah, absolutely. I am looking forward to see how this goes. This should be a very good time.
So while we do have a bit of break, of course, coming up, we've got some very exciting things coming up in OLR, of course. We've got tomorrow night, we've got LMU kicking off with round 2 from Silverstone, and then round 2 of the one and only Split Red. Now, if anything by last week's races to go by, Split Red is must-watch viewing. It is incredible. Last week was off the scale, got a Red Bull ring. So if this week's anything like that, we are in for a hell of a show. And then, of course, coming up, we have the Blue Riband event, which is the one on January 31st, the one and only Bathurst 12-hour, brought to you by Boosted Media. That is going to be a ripping day. It always is. The whole week, actually, is just a really exciting sort of time in OLR land. Everyone gets into qualifying, of course, and there's always some fun events going around, and plenty to do as well. So if you do have a bit of a free weekend or some free time coming up to that week, jump in, get involved, hit up the race directors if there's some stewarding available, hit up us here in commentary land. We've always got a seat free in the commentary box. So the more people we can get to help out, it definitely makes the event run a lot smoother as well. So, and of course, if you are driving, make sure you get in all your entries in. I know entries are filling out fast. It is always our most popular event. And, of course, we'll be the last one on the one and only ACC as we do change platforms. So time to send it out with a bang, that's for sure. Fezza, shout out to Split Red, best commentary team too. Wow. Hear that shade, Zach.
All right, I didn't realise we're getting into fights round 2.
I know.
Of
Jeez,
commentary
early.
teams.
I think this is the best commentary team because we're the most, adaptable, and we can move between different platforms. #skills.
Multi-platform. But
Beat
no,
that.
I am sad to see that ACC obviously is coming towards end of life, and that Bathurst will be the last time we have Bathurst on the game for the Enduro. But I am looking forward to see where we go from there.
Have you raced many 12 hours?
I think for the last probably year and a bit, I've been involved with most of the OR endurances, which includes a few 12s, so it should be good.
I believe it's my fifth one coming up to. So driven most of them. Last year, of course, I did all the comment. I did just complete broadcasting, all commentary, which was a lot of fun. Absolutely had a blast doing that. There's something special about the 12 hours, especially the shootout. There's something about the 12-hour shootout that just hits differently. It is definitely my favourite thing to do, calling a shootout. It's a lot of fun, and I can get my full play-by-play mode on. So that's why I enjoy it. And you'll find with a lot of commentators when they're very much exactly, Harry. Yep, spot on there. Harry is corrected. Very much, we do a lot of what's the word? Yeah, we'll just say it. We shit talk a lot in this split, but of course we are dealing with new platforms, so there are a few teething issues. So you've got to be pretty good at gap filling, and that is something that I pride myself on. As we are looking at the one and only Jack Miller here on 4 wheels in the lovely green MX5. You know, green's actually a bad luck for a race car.
Interesting. I have not known that. However, I believe the Bentley Speed 8 would like to differ.
That is true. I think that's the only... Yeah, but do we count that as green, or is that British Racing green, which is a totally separate colour in my opinion?
I mean, it's still got the word green.
All right, technically correct. I'm sure there'll be a few guys watching that'll love that.
I do see as well that there are rumours of a curtain raiser for the 12-hour qualifying next week.
Ooh, we're going to have a bit of a guess what that could be. Ooh.
Oh,
I know what I'd like it to be.
Question.
I know what I'd like it to be.
Cup cars?
Cup cars, or everyone jumps in the OG GT3 Porsche car and survival.
I personally am all for what we had. I want to say it was the Bathurst Trail last year, where we had Porsche Cup cars and M2s with some shenanigans going on for through the stream.
Yeah, that's not a bad shout. I don't mind that. What else would be... Oh, it'd be really cool and highly amusing is the Mercs, the GT2 Mercs in full wet conditions at Bathurst. Hell yes.
That would certainly be something.
Content everywhere. How is AC Evo running? It's running quite well from what I can see on my screen. It's looking good. It looks very smooth and that. Just got Benjamin is working away like a madman in the background there. Just trying to get everything on screen so we are ready to rock and roll. GT2 or GT4 you could have them both actually. GT2s and GT4s. That's an idea.
Absolutely, I reckon a
exactly
slow and fast multi-class. Absolutely.
I would 100% take the Merc for that.
I think I would sit myself. I would sit myself in the Ginetta for that one.
Ooh, yes, I like it.
It might be the slowest car in a straight line, but I love that GT4.
It is an absolute peach through the turns. Like, it is so nice.
Oh, it is an absolute go-kart.
Oh, yeah. GT4s, I don't really have... I'd probably say the Porsche, yeah. I just love the way it drives. GT2 is 100% the Merc because it is hilarious fun.
No, I'd agree with you on that. If it was GT2s, I would probably also go the Merc.
Doesn't handle at all. It's got zero handling, but its power is epic.
We just need to survive the mountain, and then we can just go down Conrod like it's nothing.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like Bathurst has heaps of turns or important turns or anything.
Not like there's danger at every corner.
No, not at all.
it looks like qualifying is done, and we have Glory Babby has top step with Benny Vintner in second, Underwood third, and Steele in fourth.
Nice little top of the grid there, and that followed by Callahan, Miller, Marvel, Chariotus, Busk, Spenceley, Scarney, Mad Mike Crick, Daniel Clark, Andrew Constantine, and Benjamin Hignett bringing up the rear. What is going on there, Benjamin? Please improve.
I mean, he's done well to be broadcasting and in the race as well. So
man of many talents.
Fezzo,
yes, they do. I believe the Merc. Is it the Merc? I think the Merc reaches $3 on Conroe.
I believe the Merc does, and I think there's one more, but I can't quite recall which one.
Is it the Porsche?
Which one?
The GT, the Moby Dick one. I think.
Maybe.
I will go testing in the next week, and I will let you know.
And I believe the Lexus can also hit 300, however, it needs a tow.
The problem with the Lexus, though, is the other 5.6 kilometers of the track.
Just like the GT2 Merc.
Yep.
As we're just waiting for the next session to kick over and get ready for a 45-minute race with the MX5s.
So for those that are watching the MX5 Cup on AC Evo live from the Carlton Draft Circuit at Oulton Park. Lovely little track, this one. Just a real classic British-style track. It's got all the corner names that you expect with British tracks. It's got a Druids. It's got Clay Hill. It's got a Knickerbrook. Deer Leap, of course. Great part of the circuit. And probably should provide some pretty good racing as well, considering it's a pretty tight track. And mistakes do hurt here.
Absolutely, and obviously the main difference for this is that I think you said it yourself earlier, we do not go left at Cascades. We go straight on and go right at Hislops.
Which is interesting because I've never taken that part of the track. I know it's only literally 2 corners, but I've never ever taken that part of the circuit.
It's definitely much more prominent in some, I want to say, older games, in some older races with some of the slower cars, but definitely a rare sight to see in some more modern ones.
Well, there's actually 3. Just clicked on something. It's taken me to a JJ's Dinner T-shirt. Okay, cool. There's 3 different circuits. So we've got the international circuit, which of course is the full circuit. It looks like we are live here at the moment, so we're about to get underway as well. 45-minute race with 2 minutes remaining before we get underway. And then we've got the island circuit. Now, the island circuit takes out the top hairpin and shortens that quite significantly. So before you actually turn left into the hairpin, it takes that part of the circuit out. And then that we are on. And then the Carlton Draft circuit that we are on this evening, which of course goes straight on at Cascades. All right, absolutely. Here we go. We are.
Here goes the
rolling.
race. I think it was Vintner had a horrid start.
Are we racing? We are racing. Oh, we are. Oh, a bit of a touch there from Jack Steele. Got the old hip and shoulder out. See, I'm so used to formation lap. I'm like, oh, no, we're just going to send it. All right, cool. Looking here at Charitos and Benny Vintner. They're currently fighting down there in 5th and 6th position as they come through Cascades and Knickerbrook now up towards Clay Hill and Water Tower. This is very fast through here. And then they'll head up towards the top end of the circuit into Druids Corner, my favourite corner on the track. Love this corner. Just a dab of the brake, get the nose in, then you just want to run it out nice and wide and then tuck the nose back in and then just crest it over the rise. And just be very gentle with the throttle as well. Can step out as we got, going back here, we've got DSFG in the pits. Press too many keys there.
As we also see that there's a few drive-throughs in 5 seconds already.
Oh, wow.
I believe that we had a few jump starts before the race kicked on.
Well, the invoices are coming out left, right, and centre here. So it is Robbie Underwood leading the way from Jack Steele, Glory Baby in third. Great battle between our top three here at the moment as we jump on board with Glory Baby. And looking very smooth in the MX5. And then we've got the game sound a bit loud apparently. Well, they are. Little MX5s, they're getting absolutely revved to the stratosphere, so it wouldn't surprise me they're loud.
Absolutely. And we see, Trent's just a little bit behind. He's hanging on the back of these three. So this should be a very interesting little fight fairly on.
How do you jump start it? Oh!
As Callahan goes right off. You know what? Never mind.
That is not the line, sir.
See Babby trying the outside, hasn't quite worked. He's going to come back to see if he can try into turn one.
Babby should be able to send this up the inside here at Old Hall. Oh, maybe not. Oh, Steele just hangs it around the outside. Oh, Babby gets a big swapper on. Is he going to hold on to it?
Yeah, there he goes.
Well, that's Babby's race done. That'll be a very second-hand feeling MX5.
Indeed, but that's the thing with these little cars is you lose your momentum, you're out of it.
So I've just been informed in chat there from the one and only Matthew Power that there is no stewarding in Evo. So they are at the mercy of the game. So obviously Evo punishes false starts very quickly and very harshly.
Indeed. Although I believe, 5 seconds is obviously the standard, but I wonder if the drive-through was a much more egregious jump start.
Ooh, I do like that word. It's a good word, egregious.
I do know my words every now and again. As we see, Underwood's slowly building a little bit of a gap.
Of course, with ACC as well, got some great new camera angles to play around with as well, which is really cool. I love myself a nice camera angle. Oh, that's a fancy one. So we're back now live. So it's Underwood leading away from Jack Steele, and then Trent Callahan, Shariatos, Lukey Marvel are your five at the moment, as the MX5s are definitely rear-wheel drive. Don't ever call an MX5 front-wheel drive. Oh, wash your mouth out, sir. The quintessential sports car, the MX5 is.
One of the most perfect track day cars, they call them.
Very much so. Also known as a hairdresser's car, but that is a completely different topic of conversation.
As we're getting into the replay,
that red car absolutely jumped the start there 100%.
Yeah, I believe that was Charitos, which has been given 5 seconds. However, as we see Busk having a look, thinks better of that. And Babby now back on the warpath. Hopefully he can get back.
So back here with Spencer at the moment, currently running there in 6th position, doing a nice job. Of course, one of the members of the Porsche Status Club, Mr. Spencer is. He's got Babby who's going to just work this up the inside nice and easily. Lovely move there from Babby. Spencer didn't fight it too hard, just sort of knew who was coming and just opened the wheel a little bit, and that got done very easily.
Yeah, the boys thought better than to sort of fight too hard with Babby, but they've kept each other honest, so they're still going as Babby just disappears. We see, is this Callahan going for, oh no, this is the replay.
Oh, this is the swapper that Babby got on.
The big slide.
He nearly held it. I'll give him that. 10 out of 10 for effort.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad effort. Nearly had it. But, I mean, that's the thing with a short wheelbase is that your oversteer kicks like that is going to keep going.
You know what is doing in my head at the moment is you see the names above the car? That doesn't worry me. It's the number next to it, the ping, that's really doing my noodling because I go, oh, number 23. Then it goes, oh, it's 25. Hang on.
No, it's something you eventually get used to. I think it was the same with ACC.
This is like my fifth different sim I've commentated on now, so you get used to all of its little foibles. Here's another good word for you, foibles.
There you go. As Underwood and Steele have definitely sort of cleared the rest of the field. And it looks like Trent Callahan's also just comfortably on his own for the moment.
You find also with these slower cars, different drivers will pop up towards the top of the timesheets as well. Some drivers just have a real knack of driving under-tired, low-powered race cars. It is definitely a different skill set than, say, a GT3 or a downforce car. It does require a lot more feel and a lot more touch. But what it does do as well is it normally provides pretty amazing racing in these cars too.
Oh, absolutely. I definitely find myself enjoying GT4s a bit more than GT3s, or being a little better in them, but absolutely you find different names will start appearing near the front, which is really good. As we see, Busk is just sort of chilling in between a couple of 5 seconds, so he's got no worries in the world at the moment.
Yeah, that's right. That's what you want. Is Scarney? Oh, we've got who's that? That's Mad Mike.
10.
Oh, he's gone with
the
double spin pirouette with a tight in the tuck park position.
And Cricky also has 10 seconds of a penalty as well. See Glory Babby with fastest lap of a 104.9.
Oh, the numbers are on the side of the car. Oh, thank you there in chat, OR. So a huge shout out does go to all the drivers, though. They did create liveries tonight just to sort of help with the visibility of the cars and sort of what we can see. And there's, speaking of liveries, there is the man, the myth, the legend that creates the best liveries in OR, Mad Mike. And we're going to see his triple pirouette here. Oh, no, that was nicely done.
A bit of a moment through Cascades, but I believe it happens here.
Oh, here we go. Yep, so around we go. The double pirouette is the triple. Lovely. And off in the pike position and beautifully back on track. Well done, Cricky.
Very well done. As Steele has dropped off the back of Underwood for the moment.
Oh, Robbie Underwood's got the bit between his teeth here. He's decided, I'm going to go and win this thing.
Oh, okay. I saw now I've caught up with what it was. It appears there was a blue flag that got tangled up in between.
Oh dear.
Dear. Steele's come off a little bit worse off. Speaking of, here we go.
Now, is it going to be bad, or is it just going to be a bit of a mix-up?
That's an exit stage right, and I don't think that's
that's a bad. That is a big invoice.
Now, I'm not aware if AC Evo has something similar like LMU or GT, where if you cause an incident, you might get given a time serve you need to do. Who knows? However, I wonder if Steele sort of maybe dropped back a little bit as his own penalty of sorts.
Yes, we are on board here with Benny Vintner, and he is chasing Luke Marvel there, and they are having a bit of a ring-ding-ding-dong. And Benny Vintner, though, just slides it up the inside. Nice move there. Easy as you like.
It looks like Benny Vintner's already been a bit of a ring-ding-donger with his bonnet flapping around in front of him.
Aerodynamics, it's fine.
More stability on the front. It's all good. We sort of see, I guess with this one, we sort of see more like mini packs sort of fighting along, which is good. Because, I mean, obviously, GT3s are very, very processional around Oulton Park due to the size of the car.
Yeah, agree with that. And the size of the car, the aerodynamics, and just the nature of the circuit as well. I mean, it's narrow, it's tight, it's very bumpy. And it's one of those circuits I've always found that it does remind me of Brands Hatch. It's you either love it or you just can't stand the joint.
No, absolutely. As we saw, or I was seeing on the times that it looks like Babby's in fourth. He's only second behind Trent Callahan again. He's back on the charge.
Standard Babby behaviour, really. Tell you what, Callahan, he's at a race. He's just been
He had
plodding
a
along
yeah
nicely there.
bit of an off early on, but he's just kept going, kept his nose clean. See, Victor and Spenceley sort of trying to chase after Busk, see if they can grab him and overtake him. As we see Fittner decide that Spenceley's taking too long, he's going to have a sniff.
Putting that active aerodynamics to work. And gets that
Easy
done
as you like.
nice and easily. It's driving very well here.
As we see blue flags sort of coming again. Some predictability. Yep, he's kept out of the way of those two and Spenceley, so he's done all right. As Busk has just spun himself.
They're actually... Oh, Marvel! Oh!
Marvel's also just spun himself.
Oh, dear, he won't be avenging that.
Ew.
Oh,
and there goes the hook. Constantine's off. He looks like he's kept it out of the wall, so that's good on him. Vintner is obviously now clear of Spenceley and Busk. He's going to try and see if he can pull a lead and catch up to Trent.
Okay, so current order at the moment, we are on lap 12, and it is... We'll just have a look at this move here. So Busk,
replay,
last corner, and they just got the rear out. So easy to do. It's such a slow spin there as well.
Oh, absolutely. Like you said, the lack of power and downforce in these things, very easy to light the rears if you're not careful.
They are a lot of fun to drive, though. I've spent quite a bit of time in them. Not so much in AC Evo, but on Gran Turismo
iRacing
7. No, I don't do the iRent. That's not my thing. On Gran Turismo 7, they've got one, as I was saying, very similar and just a lot of fun to drive. Oh, Babby with the car control there.
With another one. It also appears that he has gotten past Trent without any major issue and has just trotted away.
Look, I'm going to be honest here. I'm not feeling the green wheels, though, Babby. I'm really not.
I feel it's a very Babby move to have a very contrasting set of colours.
We're talking some real early 2000s Fast and the Furious areas there.
That may also be a limitation of AC Evo's livery customization. We don't know.
Don't give excuses. No.
I mean, look, I would probably go bright pink instead of yellow. So.
Oh, wow.
I mean, you want to stand out. What's a better way to do it? As we see,
is that what Robbie Underwood's running, the bright pink wheels? Let's have a look.
Yes,
there is. Yes, I believe so.
As we see, Steele has caught up to the back of Underwood again, and he's going to see if he can pressure him into a mistake.
They come up under the bridge now. Really picturesque part of the circuit. And they're going to back it into the last corner, so Noah's Lodge. Is there a mandatory pit stop? Oh, that's a good question. I'm going to say no.
I don't believe there is.
Oh, no, Steele! Oh, he shoved it up the inside there at the final turn, and that was a gap of diminishing returns. And
don't worry, it's not over yet. Because here comes Babby.
Oh, Babby's like, yo, look at this Christmas.
Christmas has come early for 2026 for Babby.
It has, and he says, thank you very much. I'll be taking some of that.
And Trent's now here as well. He wants that third position.
Now, it looks like Steele is maybe trying to slow up here a little bit. A little bit of redress here.
Redress, maybe he might be in the process. Ooh. No, he might have intended to, and then has seen that Callahan is there, and is like, I'm not going to lose 2 spots for this.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that giving tip. That does not impress
Oh, no, here we go.
Oh, he does. Great stuff. Love to see that. That's
Here we go.
excellent sportsmanship. And now look at him defending like his life depends on it. Oh, a little bit of understeer there from Steele. The nose didn't want to turn in there, and that's just allow Callaghan to just tuck onto the back here.
As we are, I want to say, about a third of the way through the race at the moment.
Yeah, we'll go with that. I like that.
Yes. As we see that Babby is already 2 seconds ahead, and Underwood, Steele, and Callaghan are all now going to fight for the second spot.
This is danger signs though for the rest of the field because Babby's got it back out in front, and mistakes normally fire him up. So I expect him to drive away no more to pay here. See what Robbie Underwood. I wouldn't be shocked. We'll see what Robbie Underwood can do. See if he can dig a little bit deep. But unfortunately, he's got some more pressing issues at the moment with Mr. Jack Steele, who is absolutely showing him every bit of the nose of that MX5 and more, trying to see if he can force just a little error here. Is he going to try and go for that move at the final turn again? He's already sized it up once. So maybe he just has to adjust his approach a little bit and see if he can have another crack.
Yeah, no, hopefully. Hopefully we don't get a final turn 2.0, but that's the upside to these MX5s. You're going to get a lot more as that. As they both get a bit of a slide out of the first corner.
We've got
here we go.
Replay here. So this is up the inside. And yeah, just unfortunate there. That door did close very quickly.
Yeah, no, that's a bit of a rough one.
And, of course, they were waiting, of course, for Babby coming through. So there was the old brake hold and just make sure you got a bit of clear track. But now it is play on and back into it. And they're about to give us another great show here. Two very unique.
Steele could be on for another move here.
I reckon he's going to go for another crack.
Is Underwood?
But look at Underwood. Yeah, Underwood's seen that trick before. He's going to try and go on the outside, Jack Steele. Surely not. Can't be doing that kind of behaviour.
Meanwhile, Callahan's just behind this, just watching, waiting for it to all go wrong.
And we've got ourselves a bit of inside info in the chat. Mike says, probably should have done a lap here before the race. Nice.
Maybe, as we see Steele's going again through Cascades. Is he going to... No, he's backed out of that one.
Looks a very tricky braking zone, that, actually.
Oh, yeah, no, it would be. It's very very bumpy in the Cascades as well. So it probably would definitely be a different one.
I mean, Cascades, when it goes the normal way, is bumpy. So
yeah,
I can imagine that way isn't going to be much better.
As we see on Trent's view, that he's just sitting there. He's just biding his time. He's seen what the two of them have done. He's waiting for it to happen again.
Well, it can always happen with these cars. I mean, it's
absolutely. He's probably also aware that Steele has that 5 seconds, so he's probably just holding pace because he's just got a guaranteed third position at this point. As Babby is pulled 4.5 seconds onto Underwood.
Hang on, did you just say racing driver hold place? That doesn't compute.
Smart racing driver has hold place.
I'm glad you clarified that. Because some racing drivers don't understand what that means. They just only know one thing, and that's to go forward.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, they're just... Steele's probably going to have... It looks like he's had a better run. He might try show the nose. He holds pace. He might try and get a better run out of the final turn for turn 1.
Oh, they might help there because Robbie Underwood just had a bit of a slide there. I'll tell you what, though. Underwood has been driving defensively absolutely beautifully this race. Just knows where to
try
place
the
the cut.
outside.
Oh, look at this Jack Steele around the outside.
It's there.
Has he got that done? He has. That is a great move. There is a nomination for Thermaltake Overtake of the Week right there. Great move from Jack Steele around the outside of turn 1 at Oulton. Hats off, mate. That is a brilliant move.
The question is now, can he capitalise and build himself a gap to maintain that second place?
Well, not if Robbie Underwood's... If I know Robbie Underwood, won't be too impressed with that. He'll be like, well, okay, who does this guy think he is? And he is going to have the bit between the teeth and trying to get up the back of Jack Steele and have another crack. So we get right along now with Trent Callahan in his magnificent shot along the bottom sill of the MX5. Really brave cameraman here. Just hanging out down the bottom, close as you like to the tarmac. But you can have a look here. Underwood, he's in the toe. He's going to have another crack here.
I love some of these cameras that ACC Evo has. These are lovely.
It is one thing they have improved, definitely, is the camera views from ACC, which is great to see. The ones in ACC, well, good. Did get a little stale there. They're getting a little stale now, so it is nice to have a look at something a little bit different. And it's another great shot. Looking inside the interior, you can see the manual gearbox going to work. You can see all the little intricacies of the MX5 as well. I mean, considering they really don't have to do much of these things, they basically rip out the stereo, rip out all the carpet, throw in a Motec dash, and Bob's your uncle, away you go.
Pretty much. I think they even get rid of the passenger seat as well.
Well, see, that's uncalled for.
All in the pursuit of weight saving for these things.
I feel like they should have a passenger seat and you should have to drive around a hairdresser. Or a real estate agent, either one.
Or someone in a midlife crisis. There you go.
Yes, very much so. Well, if that's the case, then they've got to be red. Not that we judge middle-aged men in midlife crisis that drive red Porsches here.
Who said anything about men?
I know. Geez.
I just said middle-aged people.
You did. Whoop. Foot, mouth, classic Sean. All right, so it is Babby leading the way, doing it quite comfortably at the moment. 1.6 to the 4.7 to the good. And then Jack Steele there in second position, Robbie Underwood in third, Trent Callahan in fourth, Betty Wittner there in fifth position, and Jack Miller currently in sixth. You are watching the MX5 Cup on AC Evo live from the Alton Park Carlton Draft Circuit. And, of course, tomorrow evening we've got LMU from 7:30 Australian Eastern Daylight Time. And then, of course, the one and only Split Red. That'll cover your racing action on OR this week. And, of course, next week we get down to the real serious business of enduro racing. It is the one and only Boosted Media Bathurst 12-hour live from the mountain. And that is going to be a ripping week and day. So if you are doing nothing next week, tune in. It's going to be a lot of fun. There's going to be plenty of great racing action. And I reckon there is going to be some straight-up Hollywood numbers in qualifying.
Absolutely. We see, Babby seems to have pulled about 3-4 seconds on Steele, who is now 2 seconds ahead of Rob Underwood. So he is slowly pulling away. I'm wondering if maybe that contact has some issues.
Jack Steele's got a 5-second penalty there, so not sure where that's come from.
Might be track cuts, not sure.
Yeah, we'll have to see if we can get a bit of a debrief that over end of. We'll go end of race. There we go.
Yeah, we might have to do our own little bit of research into what these penalties usually come from.
Oh, we can just make it up. This is the best part of being commentators, man. We can just make up whatever we like. Oh, that's wide. That is not the line.
I was going to say, as we see Constantine take a very wide line to get out of the way of these two.
It's another thing with these cars as well is it's so easy to outbrake yourself. You miss your braking marker by 10 metres and you are all up the creek. Now, with GT3s and 8, you get a lot more leeway because, you can really stamp on it. But with these, you miss your braking marker and you're in a whole world of trouble.
Absolutely. As we see Breno in the chat,
thank you, Brenner.
5 seconds for 2 track cuts.
Lucky Marvel. He's kept it out of the
Kept
wall.
it out. Very well done.
Oh, Dieball straight away. The 5 seconds of bad rims.
And black rims are +5 standard. There you go. You got to have some colour on your rims.
Yeah, I'm not feeling that colour, those pink rims, though. Not feeling it at all.
Oh, I like it. It stands out a little bit.
Treat Callahan, on the other hand, now that is some real tidy work there. The sort of metallic yellow with the black. Yeah, I'm a big fan of that.
I believe we also saw Scarney was in the wall where Crick had done his triple pirouette earlier.
Looks like we're going to have ourselves another excellent replay. Big shout out does go to the one and only Benjamin Hignett, who is providing all these fantastic pictures that you are seeing. Does an amazing job, Bignett. And hats off to him as we're looking at the one and only Scarney. Now, is this going to be what I think it is? So he's come through there really nicely, looking beautiful. No curb there at all. Oh, just gets the back end out. It just snapped on him. That was strange.
I reckon he's gone on a bumps and the car's just said, "Nah, I'm doing that."
Yeah, just like as soon as he turned in, it just said, "Oh, I'm having none of this."
Turning? What do you mean turning? That's not happening.
Well, the good thing is that I'm noticing as well, what makes this really interesting is you'd think MX5, low powered, easy to drive. From what we've seen so far, they're a bit of a challenge.
Oh, it's a very different kettle of fish. Just because there's less power does not mean they're any easier.
And there is...
Because you've got to remember that there's less power, which means less weight and no downforce. It's all power to the rear wheels. There is nothing keeping those rear wheels on the ground.
I think the biggest key is the less downforce. I think that's what's catching people out. You drive GT3s enough without driving anything else, especially anything with no downforce, and it is a big adjustment.
Oh, absolutely. I've had people say, "Why am I driving a boat?" when they've come from Formula 1 to the GT3s, and you go, "There's not as much downforce."
That's right. Smaller tyres, whole many different factors, and then these are another kettle of fish altogether.
They're an absolute blast to drive. They are just as difficult as GT3s, if not more.
Well, speaking of a good friend of mine, we're having let's say passionate debate about which beginner car is better, the 86 or the MX5, and I was very much in the MX5 camp. I feel like it teaches you a lot about chassis movement, steering feel, braking, but also feeling when the car's about to let go as well, where the 86 I just don't find as intuitive for myself.
I do feel the 86 is probably a little more, I want to say, balanced in terms of its weight distribution. However, I could definitely agree with you in that the MX5 probably has a little more to tell you about how it's reacting.
Yeah, and I just feel like it's the best beginner race car in sim racing. I feel like, iRacing's proven that. The MX5 series is hugely popular over there. These are becoming popular in AC Evo. I know the touring car version in Gran Turismo 7 is hugely popular as well. And they're just a good, fun car to drive and a good basis to really understand sim racing, basically, and how it all sort of begins and make your way up the ranks, as they say, and this is where you start, the old MX-5. I mean, we can't get Hyundai XLs. Now, if we could get those, that's over. Hyundai XL for the win.
I was going to say, anything's possible with Assetto Corsa mods. You could absolutely get yourself racing XLs if you wanted.
Now, that's a very good one. I'm sure there's some Assetto Corsa nerds in chat. Do you know if there's a Hyundai XL mod out there? That would be
Honestly,
cool.
I would not be surprised. However, I am also looking forward to when AC Evo eventually will get the modding capabilities to see what people create and bring into this.
That's going to be extremely exciting, and they've been very open in saying they will allow it. 100% they said, yep, we will support mods. It's going to be a little bit different the way that they're supported, though, I believe. I believe now that you actually have to put your mod into Kunos, and they've got to kind of tick it off before it'll be allowed in-game. But even still, yeah, mods very much looking forward to that. Big note, XL OOR League went, sign me up for that. 40, 50 XLs on the grid. I am all for that.
I am absolutely for that. We get 40 to 50 of those around Bathurst. It's going to be chaos. But yeah, no, the idea that Kunos is sort of going to ask that the mods be brought in sort of through them can limit some creativity. I mean, you get some of the craziest things through OG Assetto Corsa that may not just make their way here because of one reason or another.
I think for mine, the mod I really, if they were going to, the mod I'd probably really like to see from the original AC are the 60s F1 cars. They are some of my favourite cars to drive, full stop. They are amazing to drive.
Oh,
Hard,
absolutely.
but amazing.
Absolutely that, or I would also love to see I guess the other side that you sort of see is still quite popular, the Japanese sort of highway racing that you get. Those sort of games, I love those. I would love to see that here.
Oh, yep. So it's sort of like the Togue and things like that as well. And
Yeah, the Toad,
yep.
the Midnight Racing, all that. As we see, Babby's still about 4.5 seconds at steal here with 11.5 minutes to go.
Speaking of Togue, Craft Bamboo this week released their livery for the 12-hour. If you're a big sort of Togue Initial D fan, highly recommend checking it out. They've absolutely nailed it. One of the best looking liveries on the grid it will be. Properly good job. So great job there from Craft Bamboo. Good to see him back at the mountain as well. One of those real sort of classic established teams over in European GT3 racing. So really looking forward to the 12-hour this year. I think it's IRL and in sim. I think both are going to be cracking races.
Absolutely, and that they have absolutely. Craft Bamboo have done an absolutely astounding job with that Mercedes they're going to drive. It's very well done.
But they're all racing for second spot because we all know who's going to win. And if anyone says not Matthew Campbell, we can't be friends anymore.
As we see, yep. What do we got? As we have a replay here.
Oh, here we go.
Babby got himself another slide on. He has.
Oh yeah.
Big fish tail, very good.
To quote a good friend of mine, myself, that is epic car control.
Absolutely, as we Trent Callahan's 2.3 seconds behind Rob, so Rob sort of pulled away a little bit. Oddly enough, Steele is not too far from being more than 5 seconds ahead of Underwood. So second position is very nearly in his hands.
Oh, he's done that well. Joe Spesley now's got a 10-second penalty as well. So there's a few invoices coming in. So we're hearing a lot of it is track cuts with these penalties. So they're pretty harsh here at Alton Park, what it looks of that, because I know Alton pretty well. To get a track cut at Alton, you've really, besides turn one, you've really got to be leaning on it.
Yeah, I mean, and even turn one, like you can still not even push too hard and still get caught out on the exit, which I believe a few people have had happen. As we saw. Oh, there you go. Oh, hang on. Callahan's in third. Something's happened to Rob.
Oh, no, Robbie Underwood. What's happened? Oh, dear. Oh, he's had a moment.
Fifth. He's had a big moment.
Wow, that's a
Which,
change
I mean,
up the books.
that has essentially sealed the position for Steele for second. However, Trent's not out of it yet.
Oh,
He just overcooked.
That was avoiding action if I've ever seen it.
Seems he must have just like overcooked his brakes. No, that was someone else. Yeah, because I believe there's only about a second between Callahan and Vintner for third place. So get very spicy towards the end here.
Oh, we'd like to see a nice little.
Never mind,
grand
it's not.
finish.
It's not a second. They are nose to tail.
They certainly are. Here we go. Benny Vintner's got the bit between the teeth here. He wants that final podium position from Trent Callahan. We've got 7 minutes 50 remaining. You are watching the MX5 Cup on AC Evo from Alton Park. And, of course, big thank you does go to Thermaltake for their continued support of Octane Online Racing. They've been a great supporter for quite a while now and continuing to do awesome work. But Vintner's definitely got his work cut out here because he has got the eyes on and he is ready to go for a move here. He's set that up beautifully, straight up the inside, smooth as butter, and gets that done, Vintner, and that will move him up to third position. Lovely little bit of driving, but Callahan's decided, no, I want to have a chat about this. I'm not going to allow that to happen. He's going to try the steal around the outside. At turn one, that is so hard to do. If you do not get that turn in right, it is extremely difficult to do around the outside of turn one. But Vintner does hold on for third position currently at the moment.
As I believe we are about to get a replay of what happened to Underwood here.
There we go, Robbie Underwood. So turn one looks all pretty standard operating procedure here. Oh, no.
That is a sideways car.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
I saw that car across track and I thought, oh, dear.
We saw it in the background as Steele was coming down, and it was like there's something might happen, and something did.
That's
unfortunate for Rob.
Very unfortunate there for Rob. So this is what happened here. So gone out wide. Now, yeah, that's one of those real tricky ones. Rob just came around literally the wrong time. He comes around half a second later or half a second earlier. He misses all that.
I mean, it's as easy as that sometimes.
So Baby leading the way, doing it quite comfortably. This is what he does.
Casual 6 seconds to Steele in P2.
There is St Kilda captain Jack Steele.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but P4 does not look like Trent Callahan anymore.
On my timing screen, it says Rob Underwood.
What's happened to Trent?
So Trent's had a moment. No, Trent's down in 6th now, so he's had a huge moment.
He's had a moment. Everything's kicking off in the last 10 minutes of the race.
Sounds like a standard OOR race, really.
Honestly, you're not wrong. As we see Miller now, he might be sniffing at the back of Rob as he gets a massive slide on out of the final corner.
Here is Vintner and Callahan. So we'll get ourselves a bit of an idea of what's going on. So this is breaking down into Nick Brook. Oh, he's just got the back end out.
He's just put the right side on the grass as he's gone to brake, and it's just gone, I'm going to take that, thank you.
Yeah, apparently braking on grass doesn't work.
Who'd have thunk it?
Except in a rally car.
And if you've got all 4 tyres on the grass, it tends to work all right.
Yep, can confirm that.
If you've got 2, it's not going to happen. Babby puts in a 104.9 for that last lap as he's catching up to 2 back markers.
You can see Babby's car as well, just the way it's moving around. He is absolutely leaning on this thing.
Absolutely. After his his incident early on. He's absolutely put pedal to floor.
You can see just through that corner there, the front end skipping and bopping, and that is the sign, the telltale sign of a driver absolutely wringing the neck out of it.
He's got a comfortable margin, but he's not slowing down.
Well, it's the thing with these cars as well. You kind of have to wring the neck out of them to get speed out of them. They actually don't like being driving Miss Daisy style. They're not a fan of it.
No, they do. They do allow you to sort of push really hard through it with them, but even then, like, you know, he could comfortably drive at 70% his own pace and still have his 5-second lead that he's got. But he's just decided, no, we're not happening. I'm going to keep pushing.
Babby's not built like that. I'm convinced. I've watched and commentated enough of his races now. As soon as he gets out in front, he doesn't believe in conservative mode or maintain a gap. No, he just, every lap's got to be a quality lap and it's got to be quicker.
As we see here, Miller trying as best he can to catch up and possibly get past Underwood in these last probably 3 laps, I reckon.
We'll see what Jack Miller's got here. Another one of those drivers, very consistent. Oh, slides it through there. That was lovely to watch. Now it should be just a dab of the brake, get the nose in. And then lean on those outside tyres. Oh, that's another car off into the weeds.
That was Constantine, I think.
Yep.
The MX5 have caught him out.
Miller's close enough here. If he can get a really good run out of here, he is definitely close enough.
As we see in replay here, I think if this is Clark, and his car is just not turning. Just not turning, not stopping.
That's a broken Suriname.
That is a broken Miata. Miller still Miata. Pushing.
I'll tell you what, Jack Miller, I don't think he's hit a thing. Look at him. Oh, no, I've mozzed him. I've mozzed him.
He's done the same thing Trent did. He wheel on the grass and it's just kicked him round.
I literally was going to say his car looks super neat and tidy. There's no damage on it. But there's still
he was absolutely looking. He was absolutely looking planted through all of that, and then just wheel on the grass, and that's all it takes.
See, that was the curb. So he just took a little bit too much of that inside curb, which unsettled the rear. And in these things, that is all you need to do. Got quite a few in the pit lane as well.
Absolutely. I believe it is that inside curb, and I think as well as you hit that brake marker, so the road dips ever so slightly, and it just will unsettle you if you're not prepared. As I believe we are on the final lap now.
Here is Glory Babby. Had a bit of an incident earlier on, but then once he got out in front, really hasn't been headed at all, and has absolutely drove these beautifully. He's got his head around these MX5s, and if this does become a regular series, look out, because a fast Babby in one of these cars will be very hard to beat. But a brilliant performance, has looked super strong all race, and will take the checkered flag. Glory Babby takes the win, and second position will go to the one and only Jack Steele. Nice drive there from Jack. And then in third position is Benny Vettner. Nice drive, consistent with his active aerodynamics, doing a wonderful job. Third position there for Benny Vettner. Robbie Underwood will take fourth position. Nice job there from Rob. And then fifth position will be MotoGP rider Jack Miller. And then Trent Callahan will finish in sixth position. And there we go. That is AC Evo. That is the MX5s. That is Alton Park. And that is Run and None.
Absolutely. I reckon that was, for how small of a field it is, I actually reckon that was some very entertaining racing.
It was entertaining. I enjoyed that. It was a bit of fun and something a bit different, and definitely keen to, once we're allowed to get more cars out on track and that, really keen to see how a bigger grid of these things go.
I do believe it was Alton Park was the restriction for the pit entries.
Oh, well, that's
however,
disappointed me now.
Yeah, I know. I think they
Imagine
only allow
40 of
16.
these. Imagine 40 of these on a grid. Oh, yes.
My God. That would be very busy.
And a big wide track as well, so you can go, 5, 6 wide.
So, what, Indianapolis?
Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Or the ring. To be fair, I don't need any excuse to race around the Nürburgring, so there you go.
Absolutely.
Well, that's that. So Babby takes the win from Jack Steele, Ben Vintner, Robbie Underwood, Jack Miller, Trent Callahan, Craig Busk, John Chariotos, Eric Scarney, Lukey Marvel, Daniel Clark, Andrew Constantine, Joe Spenceley, Mad Mike Crick, Benjamin Hignett. That's it. That's your race. Run and done. Just thank you, Zach. Any closing words, comments, thoughts, philosophies?
Not really. This is definitely, I think, very promising for potential league racing in AC Evo when we've had even like a basically full grid for tonight with MX5s. So I definitely look forward to seeing how Evo continues on.
Very much so. Same here. Very keen to see how it evolves and how sort of OOR evolves. This is a really big year in OOR. I felt this is really an evolution year. So really keen to see how it all trucks along. But a big thank you does go to the one and only Benjamin Hignett for the awesome pictures that you have been watching this evening. Massive thank you goes to all the commentary team. You guys are legends. Chat as well, MVP status. You've been chatting beautifully all night. Thank you for your patience earlier on as well while we got a few things sorted. But other than that, make sure you join us tomorrow evening for LMU from Silverstone and then Split Red, which is going to be a hell of fun as always. And then, of course, next week we get into Endurance Mode with the Bathurst 12-hour brought to you by Boosted Media. But other than that, I'm Sean Muller. I'm going to close off for the evening. And as always, you've been watching OOR.